Yeah, welcome back. So we have been studying about multiple integrals, right? So in the last video we talked about length as well, and we talked about surface area as well. We talked about curved surface area as well. There we studied about one's formula. If z is a function of x comma y, then under root 1 plus zx square plus zy square dot dx dy would be the formula over the region R, and the region R is the projection of projection of the shape on xy plane. So this we have studied. Now we need to talk about volume. So volume will already go in 3D only. Volume cannot be defined in 2D, right? If there is some 2D structure, let's just say this anything, this page is there. I will have a page. So this page is there. So page will not have any volume, right? But if it is in 3D, now it may create some volume. Now it is creating some volume. This volume it is creating. But if it is in 2D, it will not create any volume. So it is pretty obvious that the calculation will go in 3D only, right? So yeah, let's get started. We will solve this particular problem. We need to find out the volume enclosed by this sphere, but we will solve it by multiple methods. 3-4 methods we are going to use, so that you understand everything about volume integration or how to find out the volume. Okay, so let's get started. Let's talk about the method 1. Sir, it is a sphere of radius 2, x square plus y square plus z square equals to 2 square. Sir, it is a sphere of radius 2. So what will be the volume? Answer we already know. In class 9 10th, if you have studied the formula, then volume of a sphere is given by 4 by 3 pi r cube. 4 by 3 pi r cube. So what will be the answer? 4 by 3 pi r cube, right? So that would be 32 pi. This will become 8. 32 pi by 3 unit cube. This will be the answer. So sir, answer we already know. But this is how we are not supposed to solve. We are supposed to solve with respect to the calculus, right? So let's apply the calculus. Now method 2. Can you draw the diagram for this? Absolutely, sir. You have taught us drawing the diagram for sure. X square plus y square plus z square equals to 4. So this will be x, this will be y, this will be z. So it will be a sphere, sir. Like how we will get started? You can put z equals to 0. Z equals to 0 means xy plane. Z equals to 0 means xy plane. So in xy plane it will be a circle of radius 2. In xy plane it will be a circle of radius 2. If I put z equals to 1, then what will happen? It will be a circle of radius under root 3. In that manner it will keep on going, and eventually it will become, if you put z equals to 2, then what will happen? It will become a circle of radius 0. It will become a circle of radius 0. And similar thing can go on in the negative side, because you can put z equals to -1, you can put z equals to -2 as well. So similar thing would go in the negative side as well. So eventually it will become a sphere. How it will become a sphere, that has been already taught. Okay, so how it would become a sphere? It would become a sphere somewhat like this. It would become a sphere somewhat like this. It would become a sphere. In the positive direction as well it is there, in the negative direction as well it is there, right? And also I will do one thing. What I would do, I would show the circle in xy plane as well. I would show the circle in xy plane, which will look somewhat like this, so that the structure looks 3D. Otherwise it is looking like 2D, right? So this circle I am showing, which is x square plus y square, and if you show the radius from here, this radius if you show, so radius is nothing but 2 here. If you show this radius, this is also 2. If you show the radius downward, this is also 2. So all these are 2. All these are 2 and 2 only. So what is the radius? Radius is 2. Understandable? All good? Now on the surface, now what we need to do? We need to find out the volume. So how the volume is given in xy plane, in xyz space, how the volume is given? So dx, dy, dz, right? So what will be your volume? Volume will be dx triple integral. Why is that so? Because sir, now we need to put the limit of x as well, put the limit of y as well, put the limit of z as well. Now what is this point? This point is x equals to 0, y equals to 0, and z equals to 2. And what is this point? Downward, x equals to 0, y equals to 0, and z equals to -2. So I need to put the limits now. Let's write down again. Let's write down again. dx, dy, dz. dx, dy, dz. I need to put the limit. So can I put the limit of z going from minus 2 to 2. Is that correct? Is that correct? So z is going from minus 2 to 2. Is that correct? When we used to calculate the surface area, let's just say for this triangle we are calculating the surface area, right? For this triangle we are calculating the surface area. Let's just say this point is 2 comma 0, this point is 0 comma 2. Okay, otherwise I am writing 2 comma 0, 0 comma 2. The equation of this line is x plus y equals to 2, and I used to calculate dx dy. So what was the limit of y? We used to put it in this manner, that x going from 0 to 2 and y going from 0 to 2, because here x is going from 0 to 2, y is going from 0 to 2. Was this correct? No, it was wrong. We have to take a strip, no, in y direction, that y is going from 0 to 2 minus x. Y is going from 0 to 2 minus x. This is what we used to do. So similar thing will happen here as well. You need to take a strip. This will be wrong. Z going from minus 2 to 2. If you just see that, sir, this is the limit, so z going from minus 2 to 2. No. We have to take a strip, no, because z is a function of x comma y. So again you take a strip here. In this manner, you take a strip. Okay, different pen, different color we need to use. Let's use this color. So from where to where your z is going? What do you think? What is the value of z downward? And what is the value of z here? What is z? Z square is given as 4 minus x square minus y square. So z will come out to be plus minus under root 4 minus x square minus y square. So here your z is minus under root 4 minus x square minus y square, and here your z is plus under root 4 minus x square minus y square. So z is going from minus under root 4 minus x square minus y square to plus under root 4 minus x square minus y square. This is how your z is going. Minus 4 minus x square minus y square to plus under root 4 minus x square minus y square. This is how your z is going. So this is the limit of z we have put. So again let's write down the volume. What volume we have find out. Xy limit we are not putting, but the limit of z we have put. How we have put the limit? That, sir, z is going from under root, z is going from under root minus under root 4 minus x square minus y square to under root 4 minus x square minus y square dz dx dy. So z limit we have put. Can we solve this particular part now? Yes, sir, this part we can solve. What answer you will be getting? Sir, v equals to double integration. So when I solve this part, integration of dz would be z only, then simply put this limit and then put this limit. So integration of dz would be z, then I need to put down the limits. When I put down both of the limits, 4 minus x square minus y square, then minus sign, then another minus, plus 4 minus x square minus y square. So what you will get? 2 into 4 minus x square minus y square. This is what you will be getting. 4 minus x square minus y square dot dx dy. This is what I will be getting. Now what I need to do is that I need to put the limit of x and y. What I would do? Take the projection, right? Squeeze the surface. Squeeze the surface. This is a sphere. Just think about this sphere. This is the sphere. This is the sphere. If I squeeze it on xy plane, what I will be getting? I will be getting this particular structure. No, I will be simply getting a circle of radius 2. If I just simply squeeze it. So if I simply squeeze it, then I will be getting a circle of radius 2 in xy plane. Because limit of z I have put. Now my job is done. Only I need to talk about dx dy now. So if I talk about dx dy, what I would do? Simply this circle I will be getting in xy plane of radius 2. So this will be the region. When I squeeze it, this region I will be getting. So I need to integrate this particular integration over this region R. The region is this, over this region R. This is what I need to do. This is the region R. And here the radius is nothing but 2. What is the radius? Radius is 2. So first of all, always when we calculate the volume, what will be our target? Our target would always be one thing, that first we will take the limit of z. Okay, just as the limit of z is done, after that the calculation will become very easy for me. Just I will squeeze it, and once I squeeze it, I will get to know that what I am supposed to do now. Understandable? So I need to calculate this particular scenario over this surface. So what I will do? Will I take a strip and solve the problem? Yes, you can do in this manner, sir. You can take a strip and solve the problem. Now what will be the equation of this particular circle? The equation of this particular circle will be, sir, nothing but x square plus y square equals to 4. So you can take a strip and you can solve it, but you know, sir, calculation will go very complex. So what I would do, I would take help of the polar coordinate system, right? What I would do, x equals to r cos theta, y equals to r sin theta. So in 2D coordinate I am solving now, right? Y equals to r sin theta. So what I will get, x square plus y square equals to r square, right? And what dx dy will be replaced with? Dx dy will be replaced with r dr d theta. From where to where r will be going? R will be going from 0 to 2. Right? If you need to cover this whole surface, r will go from 0 to 2, and from where to where theta would go? Theta would go from 0 to 2 pi. There you go. Job done. So 2 is outside. I know some of the guys are having one doubt. That doubt I will take. I know which doubt you are having. You are having this doubt that, sir, when you are squeezing it from the positive side as well and negative side as well. So when, sir, you are taking the surface area of this cone, what you did here, you multiplied with 2. So are you going to multiply with 2 here? Are you able to understand this point? What doubt I am taking? Sir, here when we talked about the surface area of the cone, we applied this formula. We were supposed to calculate dx dy over the region R. What you did, you squeezed the surface. You know that, sir, I will be getting a circle. You will be getting this. I should not say circle, I should say disc. Better I should say disc, not the circle. When you squeeze it, you get a disc over this region R. I need to calculate this particular area. But what you did, you multiplied with 2, or you added the same area again. Because you said that whatever the curved surface area you are getting downward, the same curved surface area you are getting upward as well. So when you are applying this formula, when I apply this formula only for 0 to infinity, z going from 0 to infinity. Are you able to understand this point? This formula has been applied, z going from 0 to infinity. But when we are solving the integration here, when we are finding out the volume here, what we have taken? We have taken the lower limit as well. No, we have already taken the negative limit. When we are calculating the volume, we have already taken z from its complete negative to complete positive. So complete z we have taken. Are you able to understand this point? The limit of z we have taken, no? From negative to positive. The limit of z we have taken from negative to positive. So here I will not multiply. This factor of 2 is already out. Why this factor of 2 came? Because you are taking the limit from minus under root 4 minus x square minus y square to plus under root 4 minus x square plus minus y square. If you would have taken from 0 to 4 under root 4 minus x square minus y square, then I would have multiplied with 2. Then this factor of 2 would not come. If you take the limit from 0, in place of this, if you would have put 0 here, then what would come? Only under root 4 minus x square minus y square would come. But since you have taken from negative to positive, that means you have taken the complete limit. So now you don't have to multiply with 2. So one thing I forgot to write down here, that when I am writing down this formula, which formula? When I am writing down this particular formula, I have made sure that I have taken only one side of z, which is from 0 to infinity, or you can say it would be from minus infinity to 0. But only one side of z we have taken. Then this formula has come. Okay, but when we solve this particular problem, here there was no issue. Only one side we need to consider. Here also there was no issue. Only one side we need to consider. Here also there is no issue. Only positive side we need to consider. But when we solved this particular problem, here positive, negative, both side we need to consider. That's why we need to multiply by 2. Are you able to understand this point? Here, no issue, because only positive side was there. This graph was made only on the positive side. When I solved this particular problem, this graph was made only in the first octant. Only positive value of z was there. When I solved this particular problem, only positive value of z was there. Only positive value of z. So in all these scenarios, only positive value of z was there. When the negative value of z came, we multiply with 2. When the negative value of z came, we multiply with 2. But when we are calculating the volume, I am making sure one thing, that I am taking the negative to positive limit, because this time limit is there in my hand. I will take the limit from negative to positive. So complete limit I have taken. Since I have taken the complete limit, now I don't need to multiply by 2 from my own side. This factor of 2 is already coming. Outside. Is that understandable to you? Okay, so this was a very important doubt, and there was an error from my side as well. I should have written that the formula that I have taken, that is only taken for one side of z, either from 0 to infinity or from 0 to minus infinity, not for the complete z. If z is there on the positive side as well and negative side as well, so when you squeeze it, you will take the upper area as well and downward area as well. But here when I am squeezing it, only one area I will take, right? Because negative and positive limit of z I have already taken. Very important point. I hope you are all ears, you are hearing what I am saying. Every line is very important. Otherwise you would study otherwise you would study integral calculus in a very crude manner. How it is taught, that you also know, that I also know. But I hope you are learning something good here. Understandable? Yeah. So r going from 0 to 2 and theta going from 0 to 2 pi. Under root 2 is already outside. Under root 4 minus r square into r dr d theta. So this is what we are supposed to solve. Can you solve it on your own? Sir, for theta we already know it will become 2 pi. So outside we are getting 4 pi. Basically both of the limits are constant. No? So this we will solve separately, and for theta it will become, for d theta it will become theta only, limit 0 to 2 pi. I will get outside 2 pi. 2 pi into 2 will become 4 pi. Now I will be left with r going from 0 to 2 under root 4 minus r square into r dr. Okay, so this integration I we need to solve. So what we need to solve? This integration I we need to solve. So r going from 0 to 2 under root 4 minus r square r dr. So 4 minus r square equals to t. So r dr would be equals to minus dt by 2, because minus 2 r dr you would be getting, no? So value of r is 4. So from here, if value of r is 0, then value of t will be 4. And when the value of r is 2, then the value of t will be 0. So you are going from 4 to 0. This will be under root t dot dt by 2 with the negative sign outside. So it will become 0 to 4 under root t by 2 dot dt. So 1 by 2 outside, t to the power 3 by 2 divided by 3 by 2, 0 to 4. Right? So this will become 3 by 2 goes outside, this will become 3, and 4 to the power 3 by 2 minus 0 to the power 3 by 2, which will be 0 only. So okay, this will become 1 by 3. Sorry guys, this will become 1 by 3, no? Because 2 will go upward, 2 and 2 will get cancelled out, this will become 1 by 3. So this is, we are getting 8 by 3. So this integration I we are getting 8 by 3. It should be up to you, you should be able to solve. 8 by 3 we are getting. So 4 pi into 8 by 3. 4 pi into 8 by 3. So answer is 32 pi by 3 unit square. Unit square. That's the answer. So this is how we can solve it. Done. 32 pi by 3 unit square. This is the answer. Method 3. It is a sphere. Since it is a sphere, I can apply spherical coordinate system. Simply you can solve it by spherical coordinate system. No, because it is a sphere. Spherical coordinate system. So now you will answer me all the questions that I am asking. In the direction of r, how much do you move? Sir, dr. In the direction of theta, how much do you move? R d theta. In the direction of phi, how much do you move? Do you remember? In the direction of phi. What was r? What was theta? What was phi? I hope you remember everything. What was r? R was the distance of the point from the origin. This was r. This was the angle theta. Right? This was your r. So if you take the projection, what you get? R sin theta. R sin theta. Making an angle of phi with x axis. What was theta? Making an angle downward with the positive z axis. This is x, this is y. So when you move in the direction of phi, how much do you move? R sin theta d phi. R sin theta d phi. So without making this diagram, first of all, you should be habitual of making this diagram. Second of all, without making this diagram, you should be able to write down. So what will be the volume? Volume is given by, sir, r dr d theta, or you can say I will multiply dr into r d theta into r sin theta d phi. So what will be the volume? Sir, r square sin theta dr d theta d phi. From now onwards, whenever I am going to use the volume, directly I will write down this particular thing and I will not even give any explanation. R square sin theta, d theta, d phi, dr. Okay, directly I will write down. You should have the habit of picking it up. Is that clear to you? So this will be the volume. So what will be the volume given? You need to put the limit of r as well. You need to put the limit of theta as well. You need to put the limit of phi as well. So you will let me know all the limits. So first you will let me know from where to where r is going. Sir, inside this volume, the r is going from 0 to 2. If I talk about the volume, sir, in the volume, r is going from inside this. If I talk about the volume, volume means inside whatever that can be filled. So r will go from 0 to 2. Right? इसको यहीं रख लो यार. R will go from 0 to 2. What about theta? Theta will be 0 to pi. Theta will be complete 0 to pi. Why is that so? Because I told you it is the angle made in the downward direction with the positive z axis. So theta will be from 0 to pi. And what about phi? Phi will be taking the complete circle, which will be from 0 to 2 pi. Phi will be from 0 to 2 pi. So what will be the volume V? R square sin theta, r square sin theta. So first I am taking the limit of r, so I can write down r square dr. Then I will take the limit of theta, so I can write down, because all the limits are constant, no? All the limits are constant. And then I will take the limit of phi, so I can write down phi. So r is going from 0 to 2. Then theta is going from 0 to pi. And phi is going from 0 to 2 pi. So directly you can see that phi is going from 0 to 2 pi. This could be solved in this manner. Phi is going from 0 to 2 pi. Constant limits are there. Dot. Theta is going from 0 to pi. Sin theta d theta. Dot. R is going from 0 to 2. R square dot dr. So this will give you 2 pi. This will give you sin theta will have the integration of minus cos theta. When you put cos pi, that will be minus 1, cos 0 will be 1 only. So this will give you 2. And here r cube by 3, that means 2 cube by 3. 2 cube by 3. So this will become 2 to the power 5, which will be 32 pi by 3 unit cube. So very easily I would have find out the volume in this manner. Although easiest part was this one, that directly you can tell the volume, but this is how also we could have done it. Is that clear to you? All the process, everything is crystal clear to you. Say yes or no. Okay, so the spherical coordinate system might be used extensively in the further lectures. So whenever I will be using it, I will not be explaining that how I have wrote down the volume. You should be able to understand how we have written down the volume. Also, you would know one thing here. You see this particular scenario. From here, what I can write down? From here, what you can see? Over the region R, f of x comma y, it is a function of x comma y, no? Dot dx dy. What this particular factor is representing? What this is representing? Double integration, is it representing the surface area? Absolutely not. It is representing the volume. Right? So this f of x comma y, how it has come? By the limit of z. This particular thing is your f of x comma y, no? What is your f of x comma y? F of x comma y is nothing but a limit of z dot dz. Limit of z dot dz. So in the examination, if double integration f of x comma y dot dx dy is written, would you think that it is a double integration, that means it is a surface area? Absolutely not. Although you need to care about the surface area only. If this particular expression is written, then you would care about only the surface area, because you would care about the projection only. Because now I will be on the xy plane, because I need to care about the limit of x and y only. So I will be on the xy plane. But is it representing the surface area? The biggest misconception is that it would represent surface area. No, it would represent the volume. Is that clear to you? All good? All fine? Next question. This question. First question and second question. First of all, you would let me know both are different problems or both are the same questions. Question 1 and question 2, both are same or both are different. What is the scenario? You will let me know this. Z equals to x square plus y square, it will extend till infinity, but you need to find out between z equals to 0 to z equals to 1 plane. What do you need to find out? You need to find out the volume. What will be the volume? Sir, triple integration dx dy dz. I will put the limit of z, then I will take the projection, I will come on xy plane, I will find out the volume. In the second one, what you need to find out? Z less than equals to x square plus y square. So here it will be hollow paraboloid, right? Hollow paraboloid. But this will be solid paraboloid, no? Okay, this x square plus y square should be less than equals to z. This question should be changed, right? They should not be greater. It should be less than. Okay, x square plus y square less than equals to z. No, because if you take the greater one, then outside volume would come, which will be infinity. This outside volume would come. But if we take a less than z, that means let's just say this point, which is let's just say 0 comma 0 comma 0 comma 1 by 2. So will it satisfy 0 plus 0 comma 1 by 2? Yes, it is satisfying. That means inside volume we are supposed to find out. Okay, so here it should be x square plus y square less than z. So if I am putting less than z, let's just say if I say x square plus y square equals to 1, x square plus y square equals to 1. So this will be a circle. But if I say x square plus y square less than 1 or equals to 1, so what it will become? Everything whatever that is inside. That means it will become a disk. So similarly, if I am saying z equals to x square plus y square, from z going from 0 to 1, that means I am talking about this bowl. But if I say x square plus y square less than equals to z, that means whatever that is inside, that would also come. So even if it is a hollow bowl or if it is a solid bowl, even if it is a hollow bowl or even if it is a solid paraboloid, will the volume change? Will the volume change? No, volume would be same only. No, what is the volume of a hollow cylinder? That is pi r square h. What is the volume of a solid cylinder? That is also pi r square h only. So volume will not change. No, are you able to understand this point? Even if it is a hollow paraboloid or it is a solid paraboloid, will the volume change? No. So in the examination, if less than equals to sign is there, you should not be worrying that, sir, what kind of structure it is. You already know what kind of structure it is. We have already drawn it, right? In one of the question, we have already drawn it. So it will be a solid paraboloid. It will be a solid paraboloid, right? But the volume would be same. So both are the same questions. Both are the same questions. Same questions. Because even if it is a solid bowl, look, this globe I have given, this globe. Inside this globe, if there is nothing or if there is anything inside the globe, volume would remain same only. No, volume would always be 4 by 3 pi r cube. So in the last question, here, if it was written x square plus y square plus z square less than equals to 4, will there be any problem? No, it will give you the same answer. Both will be same question. Because what they are asking volume. So volume is always same for hollow and solid. For hollow and solid, for both of them, volume will be always same. Is that clear to you or not? Absolutely clear, right? So this is the point that I wanted to make. So again and again I have made this paraboloid 100 times, but not 100 times. In my life 100 times I would have drawn, but not on the screen. But yeah, again I will draw. Right? So z equals to x square plus y square, right? Between the planes z equals to, although it will extend till infinity, but they are asking between the planes z equals to 0 and z equals to 1 and z equals to 1. Z equals to 0 and z equals to 1 and z equals to 1. Between them we need to find out the volume. What will be the volume, sir? Sir, the volume will be very simple. Put the limit of x, y, z dx dy dz. Can you put the, on this surface, what is the value of z? Z is nothing but x square plus y square. What I will do, I will take a strip. From where to where z is going? The z would be going from x square plus y square to z equals to 1. So if I need to write down the volume, how the z would be going? Z is going from x square plus y square to z equals to 1 dot dx dy. Understandable? So what I will be getting? Volume is 1 minus x square minus y square dot dx dy. Now I only need to put the limit of x and y. So what I would do, I will simply take a projection where I will squeeze this structure. So once I squeeze this structure, what I will be getting? I will be getting a sphere of radius 1. What I will be getting? I will be getting a sphere of radius 1 on xy plane. Sphere of radius 1 on xy plane. Sphere of radius 1 on xy plane. Right? So what we are getting? Volume is nothing but region R 1 minus x square minus y square dx dy. So this is the region R, right? Over this region R, we need to find out this particular integration. How would we solve it? Using the strip again? No, that would be, sir, very hectic. Although you can solve it, you can take a strip, sir. You can take a strip, but if you dare, then try doing the calculation. The calculation will be very hectic. So what we will do? We will go and take the help of polar coordinate system. What polar coordinate system says? X equals to r cos theta, y equals to r sin theta, dx dy r dr d theta, and x square plus y square equals to r square, with the value of r going from 0 to 1, with value of theta going from 0 to 2 pi. So 1 minus r square into r dr d theta. Value of r going from 0 to 1, value of theta going from 0 to 2 pi. So how you can solve it? This theta 1 you can take separately because both are constant limits. So this I need to solve separately, and this theta d theta would give you theta, and then you put the limit 2 pi minus 0 will give you 2 pi only, and this I need to solve separately. So r I can multiply inside, this will become r minus r cube dot dr. So what I will be getting? R square by 2 minus r to the power 4 by 4, 0 to 1. So here 1 by 4 I will be getting. Just put the limit. 1 by 2 minus 1 by 4 will be 1 by 4. So what is the answer? Pi by 2. So pi by 2 unit cube will be the answer. Pi by 2 unit cube will be the answer. There you go. This is the answer. So very simple process. We have understood. How to solve the problems, that also we have understood now. Finding out the volume is not a very hectic task. Any question you give on double integration, now 95% of the PYQs you will be able to solve. Out of 100, 95 questions you will be able to solve with only 2-3 lectures that we have studied. But we have built up strong basics before. We studied about multivariable function, we studied about coordinate system. So in that manner we built up the basics. Then we studied about single integral, and then we move to multiple integral. Now everything is looking like a very easy thing, and things are going very good for us. Next question, again a very good question. Can you make the structure? Sir, every time we will not be able to make the structure. First of all, they are saying it is a cylinder, x square plus y square equals to 1. What does that mean? It is a cylinder. That means they are saying that x square plus y square equals to 1 for any value of z. If they are saying, let's just say they are saying it is a cylinder, but you know that, sir, it is a circle. How they are saying it is a cylinder? So they are saying that x square plus y square equals to 1. X square plus y square equals to 1. If they are not talking about z, that means you can take z going from minus infinity to infinity. So it is an infinite cylinder. It is an infinite cylinder. In that manner, it will keep on extending. Up front, it will keep on extending, making sure that radius is 1. But what we are supposed to do? What we are supposed to do? We are supposed to find out what is the radius, making sure that radius is nothing but 1 only. X square plus y square equals to 1. Radius is 1. But what we are supposed to do? We are supposed to find out from z equals to 0 plane. Let's just say this is z equals to 0 plane only. So what I would do is that I would make x, y axis here. This is x and this is y. And this is your z. This is what I will do. So this is your xy plane. So what I have done is that I am calling this is your z equals to 0. How the structure of z equals to x plus y, z equals to x plus y equals to 2 would look like, that I don't know. Although I know it. How do I know it? X plus y minus z equals to minus 2. Then take this minus 2 downward. So x of x by minus 2 plus y by minus 2 plus z by 2 equals to 1. So I know how the plane would look like. How the plane would look like. Although it is not necessary to make in the examination, or it will not be necessary to make, but still, who knows where it might be used. So that's why I'm making it for you. This is your x, this is your y, this is your z. So at x the point will be minus 2 comma 0 comma 0. At y the point will be minus 2 comma 0 comma 0, and at z the point will be 2 comma 0 comma 0. 2 comma 0, sorry, 0 comma 0 comma 2, and here it would be 0 comma minus 2 comma 0. So it will be a plane which will be passing like this. It will be a plane which will be passing somewhat like this. Very tough to visualize in 3D, but more than enough visualization I have given. So only in one octant we used to make the plane. Like basically previously when I made this plane, we made the plane only in one octant. Where we only made in one octant, but it will be actually extending till infinity. In that manner it will keep on extending. It will extend till infinity. Let's just say I draw a line only in this plane, only in xy plane, only in first quadrant. It doesn't mean that it will not go here. It will go here as well, it will go here as well. So similarly this plane will also extend till infinity, right? But only we made in first quadrant. Only we made in first octant, not quadrant. So here also this will keep on extending. This will keep on extending till infinity. In that manner this plane will keep on extending till infinity. Here also it will keep on extending till infinity. In that manner this will be the plane. So basically there will be some plane like this. There will be some plane like this here. There will be some plane like this here. The equation of this plane only I know, which is z equals to x plus y plus 2. That's it I know. So only how much volume it is enclosing, that I need to find out. How much volume it is enclosing. How much volume it is enclosing, that I need to find out. So what I need to do, first of all I need to take the limit of z. What will be the limit of z? So when you take the limit of z, the limit of z would go on in this manner. So z will be going from 0 to x plus y equals to 2. So what will be the volume? Although this was not necessary to make in the examination hall, you would know that, sir, there will be some plane, whatever the plane is there, I just know the limit of z will be going from 0 to x plus y equals to 2. So if I need to find out the volume, sir, the volume would be written in this manner. Volume would be written in this manner. About xy I will think, but first I need to think about z. Z is going from 0 to x plus y plus 2 dot dz dx dy. This is what I need to think. So when I solve this much part, what I will be getting? So volume will come out to be x plus y plus 2 dx dy for the region R. Now pause the video. Okay, pause the video. Think that how will I solve this much part now? Pause and think. Okay, I will also take some break. I will drink some water. Then I will come back and I will teach you how will you draw this part. The important part is what will be the projection. What will be the projection? How the projection would look like on xy plane. That you need to think. Okay, so pause the video and try solving this part. Use your brain. If you are not able to solve, then also it is fine. Okay, so let me take a break and then I will come back. Yeah, welcome back. So first of all, there is a change in the t-shirt, but it is PrepFusion only. Okay, so we are having a yellow color as well. And secondly, did you try this question? Did you try after that? Look, first of all, let me give you the visualization of this surface again. Like here, you would not be getting good visualization. No, so that's why it will be extending. It will be extending. What do you mean by that? So look, what will be this plane? X plus y minus z equals to minus 2. It will be a slanted plane. It will be a slanted plane which will be extended till plus infinity and minus infinity. But it will be cutting on z axis at plus 2, x axis at minus 2 and y axis at minus 2. What do I mean? See this visualization. So this is the equation of the surface x plus y plus 2 equals to z. So this is how it would look in 3D. Now don't be confused with this particular scenario. Arre bhai, ruk ja. Don't be confused with this scenario. Ruk ja bhai. Now, don't be confused that sir, what kind of shape it is. It simply means that it is extended till infinity. Basically, the shape is like this only. This is the shape. This is the shape of the plane, which is extended till infinity, till minus infinity as well. It's just that where it would be cutting. It would be cutting x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis on one point. What will be that point? On z-axis, it is cutting at 2. Just see. On z-axis, this is the z-axis. In vertically, this is the z-axis, it is cutting at point 2. And what about x-axis and y-axis? You see these points. On y-axis, here you see, it is cutting at minus 2, and on x-axis, it is cutting at minus 2. So this is the plane, which is extended till infinity here, downward infinity, sideward infinity, and here also infinity. Till every infinity, it is extended, and it is a slanted plane like this. So this is your any x by a plus y by b plus z by c equals to one plane. Any this plane. It will be cutting x-axis on a comma 0 comma 0, y-axis on 0 comma b comma 0, and z-axis on 0 comma 0 comma c. Is that clear to you? So this kind of slanted plane we are having. Now this kind of a slanted plane you would be having. Now again let me show it to you. Complete rotation from the upper side, downward side, and from this particular scenario as well you can see. Now in between what we have done, we have made a cylinder. Cylinder was x square plus y square equals to 1. This was the cylinder, right? So this cylinder we have made x square plus y square equals to 1. Now what has happened? This cylinder has been cut off by this plane. Is that clear to you? The cylinder has been cut off by this particular plane. So how the structure would look like? Can you imagine a bit? Or shall I show you on the screen? So this is how it would look like. Okay. So basically this was the cylinder. Then there was this slanted plane. This slanted plane has cut our cylinder. So this is how the final structure would look like. And if you squeeze it on xy plane, or if you put a sun here, and you take the projection, then how it would look like? It would look like a circle of radius 1 only, no? Like here when I made this particular structure, it is not good enough. This is also not good enough, right? It is it is making some confusion here. But if I give you a proper visualization of the surface, then this is that surface. This is the proper visualization of the surface, that this is how the surface would look like. It will be cutting z-axis on 2, y-axis on minus 2, and z-axis on minus 2. So this is the complete surface which is extended till infinity. Plus infinity here, infinity downward, infinity here, and infinity here. So this is the surface which will be cutting our cylinder in the slanted manner. Somewhat like this. So this will be our structure. So what we did, we took the z going from 0 to x plus y plus 2. Z going from, this is the equation of x plus y plus 2. So z going from, this is your z equals to 0. Let's just say this is your z equals to 0. So from z equals to 0 to z equals to x plus y plus 2. Till this we have integrated, and after that what we need to do, we need to take the projection. So when we take the projection, what kind of a structure we will get? So when we take the projection, the structure we will be getting is simply a circle on xy plane of radius what? Of radius 1. So this is what we will be getting. This is what we will be getting. There you go. Is that clear to you? Okay. So over this region R, we are supposed to find out. I should not be saying circle, I should be saying disk. So over this region R, we are supposed to find out this particular integration. So over this region R. So what we are going to do again, sir, since it is a circle, so what I would do, x equals to r sine theta, x equals to r cos theta, y equals to r sine theta, dx dy would be replaced with r dr d theta, and r is going from 0 to 1, r is going from 0 to 1, and theta going from 0 to 2 pi, right? So what will be the volume V? In place of x, r cos theta plus r sin theta plus 2, this much you take inside r dr d theta, r dr d theta, and limit also we need to put r going from 0 to 1. So both are the constant limit, any limit you can solve first. Theta going from 0 to 2 pi. So first I am solving the limit of r. So r I am multiplying inside. So this will become r square cos theta plus r square sin theta plus 2r into dr dot d theta. So I am solving the limit of, I am solving this particular integration. So I am solving with respect to r. So cos theta will be constant for me, sin theta will be constant for me, 2 will be constant for me. So what I would do, cos theta I would take outside, integration would result in r cube by 3, r cube by 3, integration from 0 to 1, so this will become 1 by 3, right? 1 by 3 plus sin theta will be constant, r cube by 3, integration from 0 to 1. Basically what I am doing the integration, cos theta outside, integration of r square will become r cube by 3, limit going from 0 to 1, so this will become 1 by 3, 1 by 3 here. Then sin theta outside, integration going from 0 to 1, r square will give you integration of r cube by 3, so from 0 to 1, so this will become sin theta into 1 by 3 plus 2r cube by 3, 2r square by 2, sorry, it would become 2r square by 2, integration going from 0 to 1, so this will become simply 1 only, so plus 1 dot d theta, dot d theta, and value of theta from 0 to 2 pi. Now you can see cos theta integrated from 0 to 2 pi. You can see the graph of cos theta, no? Integrated from 0 to 2 pi. What will be the graph of cos theta integrated from 0 to 2 pi? So that would be 0 only. What will be the total area? Total area would be 0. Sin theta integrated from 0 to 2 pi. Sin theta integrated from 0 to 2 pi. What will be the total area? Sin theta integrated from 0 to 2 pi. That will also be 0 only. So this will also be 0. 0 into 1 by 3 will be 0. 0 into 1 by 3 will be 0. Dot d theta. This will be simply d theta. 1 into d theta will be d theta only. Integrated from 0 to 2 pi will be 2 pi only. So what is the answer we are getting? 2 pi unit cube. That's the answer. A good answer we are getting and a very good question we have solved. These kind of questions are expected in your examination in near future. Okay. So let's see this question again. This was the question that there was a cylinder z equals to 0 plane, z equals to x plus y plus 2. So this will be also a plane only extended till plus infinity and minus infinity, cutting x axis on minus 2, y axis on minus 2, z axis on 2. So this will cut our cylinder in this manner. This will cut our cylinder in this manner. So limit of z we are taking from 0 to x plus y plus 2. That we have solved. After that, when we take the projection, it will become a circle over a region R. We need to do the calculation. So this much calculation you should be doing on your own. You should not be looking at the screen. So can you do this calculation on your own? Absolutely, sir. We will be first. You can do with respect to anyone. First, we are doing with respect to. If you have done first with respect to theta, no, then the calculation would become much easier, because this part would become 0 only. This part would also become 0 only. Then only 2 RDR would left. If the integration, if you would have done with respect to theta first, because both of the limits are constant. So with respect to anyone, you can do the integration. With respect to anyone, you can do the integration first. So if you have done with respect to theta, you would see that, sir, integration of cos theta would be 0. Sin theta would be 0 from 0 to 2 pi. And then, sir, 2 into d theta would become 4 pi. Now then r dr you need to integrate. That would give you r square by 2. So from there you would get 1 by 2. So 4 pi into 1 by 2, answer would be 2 pi. So within one step you would have written the answer. But first what I did with respect to r. So r I multiplied. Now cos theta will be a constant for me. R cube by 3. R cube by 3 limit is going from 0 to 1. So this will become 1 by 3. Then sin theta is a constant for me. R cube by 3. 1 by 3. Then 2r dr, that will give you r square by 2. Multiply with 2. So r square. And then putting the limit from 0 to 1. So here 1 will come. Dot d theta. So sin cos theta dot d theta 0. Sin theta dot d theta 0. Dot d theta From 0 to 2 pi will give you answer of 2 pi only. That's it. So this is the answer that we are getting. Next question is a very good question and very conceptual as well. If you are able to solve this one, that means you have mastered the concept of volume. Okay, ignore this question 10. This is third question of volume. Ignore this one. Okay, so it is a very conceptual problem and very famous problem as well. What kind of structure you will get? You need to find out the volume enclosed by the cone z equals to under root x square plus y square. First of all, you will let me know, will there be two cones? Like, will there be any two cones like this? This time equation is not z square equals to x square plus y square. Nah, this is not the equation. This time the equation is z equals to under root x square plus y square. When you solve this one, what you will get? Z equals to plus minus under root x square plus y square. So in the plus side you will get this one, and in the negative side you will get this one. Basically here the equation would be z equals to plus under root x square plus y square, and here the equation would be z equals to minus under root x square plus y square. But this time the equation is given as z equals to under root x square plus y square. What does that mean? Can z ever be negative? Here put any value of x and y and give me the negative value of z. Is it possible? No. Put any value of x and y. Put any value of x and y and give me the negative value of z. Is it possible? Absolutely not. That means what kind of cone it is? Sir, this cone will always give you a positive value, and this will be extended till infinity. The cone will be extended till infinity. No, it will keep on going till infinity. The cone will be extended till infinity like this. It will keep on going till infinity. What you need to do? You need to find out the volume enclosed by this cone which is extended till infinity, and the circle and the sphere. What is the equation of the sphere? Which is x square plus y square plus z square equals to 8. So x square plus y square plus z square equals to 8. Make this sphere. This is the sphere of x square plus y square plus z square equals to 8. This is the sphere. Right? Arey bhai. We are supposed to make the sphere. Okay, so this is the sphere. So there is a sphere, and inside this sphere there is a cone. Inside this sphere there is a cone. This is the scenario as of now. Okay, so volume enclosed. What do you mean by volume enclosed? What do you mean by surface enclosed? That means the common surface we are going to take. Like there is a line x equals to 0, y equals to 0, x plus y equals to 2. Find out the surface enclosed by the, find out the surface area enclosed by these graphs. That means the common volume, common surface area we need to take. So here common volume we need to take. So this is the sphere. Inside there is a cone. So which is the common volume? Just think about it. Which is the common volume? The common volume is this much. This one, and this one. This is the common volume. Is that understandable to you or not? Let's make it in a good manner. This is the common volume. Say yes or no. So this volume we are supposed to find out. That's it. This is the scenario. Are you able to understand this point? So isn't it like ice cream cone? Isn't it like ice cream cone? So this problem is known as ice cream cone structure. Now how will you find out this much volume? That's it. This is our target. How will you find out this much volume? This is our target. So first of all, will you let me know that what will be these points? What will be these points? This structure is in 3D. I hope you are able to visualize that it is a 3D structure. This sphere is a 3D sphere. I hope you are not looking in 2D. This is a 3D sphere. No? Arey bhai, mobile girega. This is the 3D sphere. So look in 3D only. Okay. So there are a lot of sphere like this. Here there will be another sphere. No. There will be one more sphere here. Are you able to understand this point? What I mean to say, not sphere, there will be a circle here, right? There will be a lot of circles like that. Making a lot of circles, these kind of circles would be there, then only you will get a sphere. No, circle, circle, circle. Let's just say there is one circle, then another circle would be there, another circle would be there. So stacking of these circles would make a sphere. So yeah, there are a lot of circles. So there will be one circle here as well. There will be one circle here as well. Right? So I just want to find out these points. I just want to find out these points where they are cutting each other. So what is given? X square plus y square plus z square equals to 8 and z equals to under root x square plus y square, right? So what you will be getting? So here if you put z square is coming out to be equals to x square plus y square, no? From this equation, just put z square here. So what you will get? 2z square equals to 8. So z is coming out to be 8 by 2. So plus minus 2, right? Z is coming out to be plus minus 2, right? So this height is plus minus 2, and minus sign we cannot even take, positive value we need to take. So here the value of z will be plus 2. The value of z will be plus 2. Understandable? The value of z will be plus 2 here. And if the value of z is plus 2, so if I put plus 2 here, what you will be getting? If I put plus 2 here, did you understand what I did? Here x square plus y square, in place of x square plus y square I have put z square. So z square plus z square will be 2z square equals to 8. 2z square equals to 8. So z square is coming out to be 4. Z square is coming out to be 4. So from here value of z is coming out to be 2. Value of z is coming out to be 2. So here the value of z is 2. This we have understood. Now if I put the value of z equals to 2 here, or if I put the value of z equals to 2 here, what I am getting? X square plus y square equals to 4. X square plus y square equals to 4. So the circle that I made here, that would be nothing but having a radius of 2. Say yes or no? X square plus y square equals to 2 square. So the circle that I made here, that will be having a radius of 2. So that means this much length will be nothing but 2. Do you agree to this point? This length will be 2. Say yes or no? This length will be nothing but 2. Say yes or no? And what is the height of z? Sir, the height of z will also be 2 only. The height of z will also be 2 only. Because here the value of z is also coming out to be 2. And along with that, the circle equation also we are getting is x square plus y square equals to 2 square. So where they are cutting, you are getting a circle of radius 2 and this height is also 2. Can you let me know what will be this angle? Yes sir, this angle will be nothing but 45 degree. So eventually what you have understood, sir, there was a sphere. There was a sphere like this. There was a 3D structure. If I just want to make it look like 3D. So sir, there was a sphere like this. In this sphere, sir, I need to take, this is the center of the sphere. In this sphere, sir, I need to take a small portion. I need to take small volume. I need to take a small volume. This much volume I need to take, and I need to find out how much is this volume. I got to know one thing, that sir, with respect to the z-axis, it is making an angle of 45 degree here. With respect to z-axis, it is making an angle of 45 degree here. It is making an angle of 45 degree. I need to find out this much volume. I need to find out this much volume. This much volume I am supposed to find out. I am supposed to find out this much of a volume. This much of volume. I am supposed to find out this much of volume. Can anyone let me know what is this much volume? So this is the volume of sphere only, no? This is the part of a sphere only. Do you agree to this point? This is a part of sphere only. This is some part of sphere. This much volume we are supposed to find out. This much volume we are supposed to find out. This much volume we are supposed to find out. So this much volume is a part of sphere only. Right? So what will be this volume? Sir, the volume of a sphere is given by nothing but r square sin theta dr d theta d phi. Okay. The radius is going from, in this volume, from where to where radius is going? Radius is going from r equals to 0 to, just see the radius till this point. What is the radius? Radius is 2 root 2. This radius r is going from, what is it? R is the distance from origin till the end of the sphere, no? So this is 2 root 2. From here also you can see what is the radius of the sphere, that is 2 root 2. So r is going from 0 to 2 root 2. I hope you remember the definition of r. What was the definition of r? From the center till the end. That is the radius. No, this is not the radius. This is not the radius. So r is going from 0 to 2 root 2. From where to where theta is going? Theta is going from 0 to 45 degree or pi by 4. And pi is complete revolution. In 3D, are you able to visualize? In this globe, inside this globe, there is a cone kind of structure we have got. Ice cream cone. Just visualize the ice cream cone. Have you seen the ice cream cone in your life? Ice cream cone. The same ice cream cone we are having. So in the ice cream cone, in the horizontal way, how much angle you will move? Complete 0 to 2 pi. In the horizontal way. In the horizontal way, complete 0 to 2 pi you have to move. Complete 0 to 2 pi you have to move. From the z axis. From z axis, how much you need to go downward? 45 degree. And what is this radius? This radius is 2 root 2. So from 0 to 2 root 2 you are going. From the z axis you are coming 45 degree downward, and in the horizontal, how much angle you are moving? You are moving the complete angle of 2 pi. Is that understandable to you or not? A very good question. Not everyone would be able to solve these kind of problems, and understanding is also a very important part. I hope I am giving you enough visualization and enough explanation as well. That first of all, this cone will be extending till infinity. Z equals to under root x square plus y square. Sir, only the upper part we need to consider. Extending till infinity. Then, sir, the sphere we have made, where they are cutting, at the point where they are cutting, we go to know that z is 2, this height is 2. Along with that, sir, radius of this particular circle where they are cutting, that is also coming out to be 2. That means, sir, this angle has to be 45 degree. Sir, since this particular angle has come out to be 45 degree, I just need to find out a small portion in the sphere itself. I just need to find out the volume of a small portion in the sphere itself. So it is like an ice cream cone where theta is going from 0 to 45 degree. In the horizontal way, the complete angle will be rotated from 0 to 2 pi degree or to 0 to 180 degree, and the radius is extending from 0 to 2 root 2. Is that understandable to you? So what will be the volume? The volume will be, first we will solve with respect to the radius, which is going from 0 to 2 root 2 r square dr. Okay, then sin theta d theta with theta going from 0 to 45 degree, and d phi which is going from 0 to 2 pi. Okay, so what you will be getting? R cube by 3 2 root 2 sin theta cos theta. Integration of sin theta will be minus cos theta, and limit is going from 0 to pi by 4. So I will put otherwise limit pi by 4 to 0. Why I am putting pi by 4 to 0? Because I am eating up the negative sign. When I eat up the negative sign, the limit will be interchanged. And phi will give me d phi. Limit is going from, integration of d phi will be phi only. Limit is going from 0 to 2 pi. So here I will be left with 2 pi only. So what I will be getting? Under root 8 cube. That would be 64 under root 8. 2 under root 2 is under root 8 only, no? So under root 8 cube I am getting. Under root 8 cube I am getting. So this will be 8 into under root 8. Sorry. 8 into under root 8. So this will be 8 into under root 8. Or you can say 16 into under root 2. 8 into under root 8. Under root 8 could be written as 2 root 2. So this will be 16 into under root 2 divided by 3. Cos 0 will be 1. Cos pi by 4 will be 1 by under root 2. Right? And here multiply with 2 pi. So what you are getting? 16 into under root 2 minus 1 divided by 3. 16 into under root 2 is also there. Look, 16 into under root 2 into 2. So 32, 16 into 2 will be 32. Then under root 2 is already there. 32, 16 into 2 is 32. Then under root 2 is already there. Then pi is there. Divided by 3. Then under root 2 minus 1 divided by under root 2. So this under root 2 will get cancelled out. So 32 pi by 3 32 pi by 3 multiply with under root 2 minus 1 is the answer. This is the answer that we are getting. (32 pi by 3 under root 2 minus 1). Hopefully this is correct. Yes, correct. Okay. So did you understand this question? Did you understand that what kind of question it was? So these kind of question, if it is asked in the examination hall, then you will be having very good advantage. I hope you are able to understand these kind of problems. Okay. So we are finding the volume. How we are finding the volume, that is completely understandable to you. Conic kind of structure was there. I got to know that this angle is 45 degree. Theta is going from 0 to 45 degree. In the horizontal way, the angle revolution is complete 0 to 2 pi, and the r is going from 0 to 2 under root 2. So this is the volume that I will be getting. Okay. So this is the answer. More questions on volume we are going to solve, but slides I have ended, so I need to change the slide, and once I change the slide, then we will come up with more problems. So we will continue this lecture only, but I need to pause the video. After pausing the video, again I will come back and we will solve more questions. So we will proceed in the same discussion. We will find out the volumes in the same order. Okay, and more concepts also we are going to see, but I need to change the slide. After changing the slide, we will see the next question. Yeah, welcome back. So we need to solve this question now. Volume of a cylinder. Sir, just now we solved a problem on ice cream cone, which was very conceptual, and sir, suddenly you are asking us a very easy question, volume of a cylinder. So sir, you have matched up your script, right? You should have put this question in front and then you should have put the other question, right? No, I did not mess up my script. I want to teach you some different method here. Okay, you would know that, sir, it is a very simple question. Sir, what is the radius of the circle? Radius of the circle is 2. Radius of the circle is 2, and sir, height is 1 here. Value of z is going from 0 to 1, so height is 1. So sir, it is a very simple question. I don't know why you are asking, but I want to teach you something else here. I want to teach you something else here. That's why I am asking this question. Volume is very straightforward. Volume we can write down in a very easy manner. Very easily we can write down the volume here. What will be the volume? Sir, volume will be pi r square h. Sir, pi into value of r is, sir, 2 square into h is 1. So answer would be 4 pi unit cube. That would be the volume. So this we already know. Everyone knows it. Cylindrical method also we can use. Cylindrical coordinate system also we can use. What is cylindrical coordinate system? Sir, in cylindrical coordinate system, in the direction of rho we will work d rho. In the direction of phi we will work rho d phi. In the direction of z we will work dz. So what will be the volume, sir? Volume will be, we need to put the limits of phi, rho and z, and the volume will be rho d phi dz, with the value of rho going from 0 to 2. With the value of rho here is 0, and at the boundary the rho will become 2. From 0 to 2, the value of rho will go from 0 to 2. So with the limit of rho going from 0 to 2, with the limit of phi will be the complete circular path. So with the limit of phi going from 0 to 360 degree, that means from 0 to 2 pi. And what about z? Z going from 0 to 1. So what will be the integration of rho? That will be rho square by 2, from 0 to 2. What will be the integration of phi? That will be phi, and the limit will go from 0 to 2 pi. And what will be the integration of z? That will be z only, with the limit going from 0 to 1. So what will be the answer you will be getting? Here you will put 2 square, that would be 4 divided by 2. So answer would be 4 pi unit cube. So this will be your volume. This is the volume we will be getting. Okay. So this also we know. Now let's understand a different method. I will take zy plane. What I would do? I would take only zy plane. In zy plane, I am making a rectangle. Which rectangle I am making? I am making this particular rectangle. This rectangle, can you see? This rectangle. Can you see this rectangle? I am making this rectangle. Okay, although this length is 1, this length is 2, it is not a good rectangle, but still let's make it in this manner only. This length is 1 and this length is 2. Okay, although, sir, it is not with the scale it is not looking correct, but yeah, don't worry about it. So in the z direction the length is 1, in the y direction the length is 2. Now what I will do is that I will rotate this surface area. I will rotate this surface area. This surface area I am having. I will rotate this surface area about z axis. this surface area will be rotated about z axis. Let's just say this is your rectangle. You are just rotating it about z axis. Complete rotation, complete 360 rotation, complete 360 degree rotation. So just think about this as your rectangle. If you just rotate it completely 360 degree, what structure you are getting? Complete rotation. Starting from here, this is your z axis, this is your z axis, complete rotation. If you completely rotate it, what structure you are getting in the rotation? What structure you will be getting? Sir, I will be getting a cylinder only. Is it completely understandable to you? Just rotation of this. Isn't it a cylinder only? Rotation of this. It is a cylinder only, right? Just you are rotating this and you will get up this cylinder only, right? So if I rotate it, I will get a cylinder. How will I make that cylinder? What you need to do is that you just need to take the mirror image about z-axis, because we are rotating with respect to z-axis, no? So just take a mirror image about z-axis, and you would know that you are rotating it, right? You are rotating it. So what will happen is that at the end points you will end up making a circle. Here you will end up making a circle. Since you are rotating it, no? So you will end up making a circle. So a circle like this. Say yes or no. Since you are rotating it, so you will end up making a circle. So this is how you will make a cylinder, right? So this length was 2, this length was 1, length was 2, 1, this particular length was 2, and we just rotated it and we got this particular cylinder, right? Now how to find out the volume of it? So if you see a cylinder, isn't it a stacking of circles? Let's just say I take one circle, and on this circle only I stack another circle, then 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 I stack another circle. What I will get? Circle, 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 circle. I will keep on stacking the circles. What I will get? I will get a cylinder. So what I can do is that in between I can assume a circle. Do I know the surface area of this circle? Yes, sir. The surface area of this particular circle is nothing but, what will be the surface area of this particular circle? Sir, here this radius is 2, so surface area of this circle is pi r square, which will be 4 pi. So this is the surface area. Now this surface area has been stacked for length z. It is starting from here, it is completely stacked till the length of z. This surface area that you have written, this surface area has been stacked for the length z going from 0 to 1. This will represent the volume. Is that understandable to you? The surface area that you have find out, which is 4 pi. Now keep on stacking this surface area, keep on stacking this surface area, keep on stacking this surface area from z going from 0 to 1. What you will get? You will get the complete volume. Surface area of the disc being stacked up. Disc is stacking up. Are you able to understand this point? Are you able to do the visualization? Dot dz, z going from 0 to 1. What is the answer you are getting? 4 pi. That's it. 4 pi unit cube is the volume. Is this concept clear to you or not? Say yes or no. Completely clear, sir. Completely understandable as well. There was a particular structure, there was a particular random structure. What I did, I took, there was a particular rectangle I was having. First I rotated that rectangle about z-axis. When I rotate that angle about z-axis, what I will be getting, sir? I will be getting a cylinder only. Now I need to find out the volume of the cylinder. So sir, since I have rotated in this manner, so what I will get? I will get a circle kind of structure. I will get these circles, circle everywhere. So in between I can assume a circle. If I assume that particular circle, do I know the surface area of that particular circle? Yes, sir. I know the surface area of that particular circle. Surface area is constant, which is 4 pi. This surface area is constant, which is 4 pi. This came out to be constant because everywhere you would see, everywhere any circle you take, not only this circle, any circle you take, this circle also you take. What is the surface area? Same. This circle also you take. What is the surface area? Same. So all the circles that I am taking, all are having the same surface area, which is 4 pi. So this 4 pi surface area has been stacked for the length dz, z going from 0 to 1. So volume will be this surface area being stacked, surface area multiply with the length. surface area multiply with the length dz, z going from 0 to 1. There you go. This will be the volume. Is that understandable to you or not? So this is the other way of finding out the volume. In the examination, I will use this method or use this method. But sir, where this method will be helpful, you will surely find out. In some minutes, after some 20-30 minutes, you will surely find out where this method will be helpful. Because in the examination, what they would do is that they would give you a random surface area and they would ask you to rotate. So a random surface area they will give you. This random surface area they will ask you to rotate now. So since you rotate, what you will get? Take the mirror image, this kind of structure you will be getting. And since you are rotating, that means you will end up getting circles in this manner. So in between you will assume a circle, and you will write down its surface area, and then you will integrate, let's just say this is your x-axis, then you will integrate from the length x going from A to B. Then you will integrate for the length x going from A to B. This will represent the volume. Since whenever we rotate anything, we will end up getting a circle. Just think about it. We will end up getting circles. So this will be a stacking of circle only. So if it is a stacking of circles, then you can write down the surface area. Then you can write down the volume in this manner, that one surface area I will take, and then I will multiply this surface. Then I will add up this surface area. This is the stacking of all these surface areas. So I will stack all the surface areas for the length dx with x going from, let's just say this point was x equals to A and this point was x equals to B, with x going from A to B. So we will write down everything. But sir, where this method will be helpful, that I am telling you. Okay. So somewhere it will be helpful. That's why I am teaching it here. Let's solve the next question. Okay. Let's solve the next question, which is about this cone. Let's call this as z-axis, this as x-axis, and this as y-axis. Equation of this cone is not given directly. The structure of cone has been made. They are asking you the volume. Do you know the volume of the cone? Yes sir, it is nothing but 1 by 3 pi r square h. 1 by 3 pi. What is the radius, sir? Radius is 3. What is h? That is 4. So this will become 12 pi unit cube. So volume is coming out to be 12 pi unit cube. This will be the volume that we will be getting. Understandable? अरे क्या हो गया भाई? This is the volume that we will be getting. Okay, this was the method 1. What could be the method 2? Rotation, or shall you go with the circular, or will you go with the spherical coordinate system? You can go with the spherical coordinate system as well, no? What is this angle? This angle is theta, right? Distance from origin is r. Distance from origin is taken as r. Distance from origin is taken as r, right? Distance from origin is taken as r. And what about phi? Phi will be the complete circular path. So can you write down the volume? Yes sir, the volume is written as r square. In the spherical coordinate system, it is written as r square sin theta dr d theta d phi. With the volume, with the value of phi, what will be the value of phi? Sir, phi will be complete circular path going from 0 to 2 pi. Phi is this angle, no? Phi, which angle is phi? Phi is the angle made with the positive x-axis. This is the angle. So in the, let's take any circular path here. In the complete volume, any circular path you take, any of the circular path you take, any circular path you take. So in the complete volume, and any circular path you take, any circular path, what is the value of phi? Phi is going from 0 to pi. What is the value of theta? Can you find out this angle? If you just take out the triangle, just take out the right angle triangle, can you find out what will be this angle? Sir, this length is 4, this length is 3. I need to find out the angle made with z axis, this theta. So what will be tan theta? So tan theta will be 3 by 4. So theta will be tan inverse 3 by 4. Theta will come out to be 37 degree. So theta is going from 0 degree to 37 degree. What will be the value of r? It will be very interesting. Someone would say that, sir, this is 4, this is 3, sir, this is a right angle triangle. So sir, this length will be 5. This length will be 5, sir. Right? So sir, value of r will be going from 0 to Sir, what is r? R is the radial distance from the origin. So value of r is going from 0 to 5 because sir this length is 5. So value of r is going from 0 to 5. This is what a lot of students would think. So let me know, is it correct or not? Sir, we have solved the same kind of question. No, previously as well we have solved the same kind of question. But now you are saying it is wrong. Previously we solved the same kind of question, you were saying it was correct. When you solved the previous question, what was the scenario in the previous question? In the previous question, this was the scenario. You were making a ice cream cone there. There was a ice cream cone and what was the scenario there? The scenario was somewhat like this. This was the scenario. So distance, radial distance from the origin is r. Radial distance from the origin is again r. Radial distance from the origin is again r. Radial distance from the origin is again r. Radial distance from the origin is always r there. It was always r because this particular structure, this particular volume you were finding out. This particular volume you were finding out. And this was coming from the sphere. This particular structure is coming from the sphere. Although this was coming from the cone, but the upper side is coming from the sphere. No, so always the distance was r. So value of r was going, let's just say this r was 5. So there you could have said that value of r is going from 0 to 5, which was correct. But this time what is the scenario? This time the scenario is somewhat like this. This time the scenario is somewhat like this. This is the scenario. Now this length is 5. Or let's make it a bit larger. Okay, what I would do, I would make it a bit larger. I would make it a bit larger. Now this is the scenario. Okay, this is your origin now. This distance is 5, that I know. This distance is 5, that I know. Right? But radial distance from the origin, is it always 5? Is this distance is also 5? I am asking, what is this distance? Is this distance also 5? Absolutely not. It is lesser than 5. This distance became 3 only, right? You can see this distance became 4 only. This distance became 4. Is it 5 also? No, it is not 5. Is this distance 5? No, it is also not 5. Is this distance 5? It is also not 5. Is this distance 5? No, it is also not 5. But all our distance are only, no? All are given. What is r? R is the radial distance from the origin. Radial distance from the origin. Radial distance from the origin. Is it 5? No. Is it 5? No. Is it 5? No. This is 5. Yes, this is 5. But how you can say radial distance is from 0 to 5? No. Radial distance is not 0 to 5. So let's take a random r. Let's take a random r here. Let's take a random r here. And let's just say this is your z axis. This is your z axis. This is your z axis. This is your positive z axis. This is your positive z axis, right? And this was your y axis. So radial distance r will make an angle of theta with the positive z axis. Say yes or no? This angle it will make theta. So range of theta is going from 0 to 37 degree. So a random angle if I need to take from positive z axis, that will be theta. Now what is this distance? What is this blue color distance? What is this red color distance? Let's make it a red color. What is this red color distance? This red color distance, sir, we already know that is 4. This red color distance is 4. So are we getting a right angle triangle here? Are we getting a right angle triangle? So just take out this right angle triangle. Just take out this right angle triangle. Just take out this right angle triangle. What is this distance? This distance is 4. This distance is theta. And this is the radial distance of a random point. Radial distance of a random point r. Say yes or no? So what will be the value of r? Can you find it out? Cos theta. Can I apply cos theta? Yes sir. Cos theta will be nothing but 4 by r. So value of r will come out to be 4 by cos theta. So this distance actually came out to be 4 by cos theta. 4 by cos theta. Or you take its projection on on this perpendicular line. So 4 by cos theta multiplied with cos theta will be 4 only. So this distance came out to be 4 by cos theta. That means the value of r is going from 0 to 4 by cos theta. Do you understand this point or not? It is not very straightforward. Okay, in the examination they can frame a very good question out of it, and a very important. It is not a sphere. It is not a sphere. It is a cone. And in the cone, always the distance is not same. This distance is not same. This distance is not 5. This distance is also not 5. So you cannot say that r will go from 0 to 5. R will go from 0 to, value of r will go from 0 to this complete distance, which is 4 by cos theta. So value of r will go from 0 to 4 by cos theta. Here what is the value of r? Here the value of r is 0. Here what is the value of r? Here the value of r is 4 by cos theta. So this distance came out to be 4 by cos theta. So value of r is going from 0 to 4 by cos theta. Take any random point. Take this point. What will be the angle made with the z-axis? That will be theta. So what will be this distance? That will be 4 by cos theta. So value of r will be going from 0 to 4 by cos theta. 0 to 4 by cos theta. Very important point. You take 10 textbook, you will never find it anywhere. But a very great point that we have observed here. Very important point. Here it was from 0 to 5. If it was an ice cream cone question, because ice cream cone question is very famous, so people will just simply mug it up blindly. They will apply 0 to 5. But actually, the r is not constant everywhere. The radial distance from the origin is not constant everywhere. It is going from 0 to 4 by cos theta. It is going from 0 to 4 by cos theta. Say yes or no. If you find it helpful, if you find it very interesting, then comment down. Right now you comment down that, sir, what a concept. Because to be very honest, I am really disappointed with the number of views. You see this kind of content. Look, I'm not someone who will say this is revolutionary or I'm this teacher, that teacher. But you see this kind of content on complete YouTube or paid platform, everywhere you would go. Let me know if any content even comes near to this. Now someone would say, sir, you are teaching something which is not relevant for your examination. I can show you questions which are related with these kind of concept in the examination hall itself. And surely those questions would be coming. They will come. Also, they have already come. But they will be never in any PYQ book. They will not be included in the PYQ book. No one will deal it in the examination. No one will deal those questions in the class notes. And people think that they never came. But if an examiner wants to set up a very good question, then what he will set up? Will he set up this kind of question? Everyone would know the answer. No. If he wants to take up a good student, what he would do? He would set up this kind of question. No, where everyone would do this mistake. Those students who have studied in a good manner, no. Those who have studied in a good manner, 99% of them will do this mistake. So he needs to set up these kind of questions, no. Where he will puzzle you. So that kind of content if we are making, I hope you are able to appreciate the effort. So, but number of views, 200 views, 300 views. Now, if I would have taught very easy things like other platforms, good educators are there, right? Legends are there. So if they would have taught what they teach, that also I have seen. So if I teach those easy things, then 2,000 views, 3,000 views, 10,000 views, 100k views as well. But making such content, teaching everything right from scratch, giving reasoning of everything, and then 200 views, 300 views. So forget about the views. Even in the beginning of the video as well, I said I will not be caring much about the views, but I will be caring about one thing, that your comments. Your comment would make me feel happy. Okay, so you need to comment down, no matter whoever is watching. You comment down that what kind of content it is. Okay, I want your comments. That's all. And if you feel like that it is irrelevant for your examination, very high level of knowledge is required, which is not relevant for your examination, then you can leave. There are n number of platforms which will teach you the way you want to study. But I will never teach you the way you want to study. I will teach which will make me happy. I am not here to make students happy. Students will be happy if I am happy. A genuine student would be happy if the teacher is giving his level best. And I want to give my level best. And that I will give, that I surely will give, no matter whatever the number of views I am getting. Okay? If we are not getting the views, fine for me. But I need the comments. Okay? So value of r is going from 0 to 4 by cos theta. So let's find out the volume now. So what will be the volume? R square. I hope you are able to understand how I am writing down this particular thing. R square sin theta d phi. I have already told in the direction of r we work for dr, in the direction of theta we work for r d theta, in the direction of phi we work for r sin theta d phi. Multiplication of all of them is the volume. So r going from 0 to 4 by cos theta. And then what about theta? Theta is going from 0 to 37 degree, right? And phi is going from 0 to 2 pi. So this is the variable limit. No, first we need to solve the variable limit. So r square dot dr we need to solve. So what I will be getting, r cube by 3, r cube by 3 with r going from 0 to 4 by cos theta dot sin theta d theta, with theta going from 0 to 37 degree. After that I will put the limit of phi as well. Phi going from 0 to 2 pi d phi. So if you put the limit, 1 by 3 can come outside. 1 by 3 can come outside. I need to solve this integration, right? So if I put 1 by 3 is coming outside, if I put 4 cube here, so 4 cube will also come outside. 4 cube will also come outside. And this will become cos theta cube. Downward it would become cos theta cube with the limit of theta going from 0 to 37 degree. 4 I have put, 4 cube will come outside. 1 by cos theta cube it will become dot sin theta d theta. After that, after doing this calculation, I need to put the limit of phi, which I will do later on. Now you know that this will be a constant value. No? This will be a constant value. Why it will be a constant value? Because you are putting the constant limit of theta. It will not be in terms of phi. So directly you can solve it now. Like this will be a constant value. So you can take this integration outward. And then you can put the limit of phi going from 0 to 2 pi dot d phi. What that would be? That would be 2 pi only. So 4 cube by 3, 2 pi will come outside. 0 to phi d phi, 2 pi will come outside, and this integration we need to solve with theta going from 0 to 37 degree. Now sin theta by cos theta will become tan theta. Then it would be remaining 1 by cos square theta, that will become sec square theta dot d theta. Right? Understandable? So this integration we need to solve. If I put tan theta as t, so what is the differentiation of tan theta? That is sec square theta. What I am going to do is that I need to solve this integration. So what is our answer? Our answer is 4 cube is 64 by 3 into 2 pi. Multiply with I. So I just need to solve I. So I going from 0 to 37 degree. 0 to 37 degree. Tan theta sec square theta d theta. Right? So if I put tan theta as t, so sec square theta d theta will be dt. Right? So if you put if you put theta equals to 0, then tan 0 would be equals to 0 only. And if you put theta equals to 37, then what is tan 37? That is nothing but 3 by 4. From 0 to 3 by 4 it would go. Tan theta is t. Dot dt. So answer is coming out to be t square by 2 from 0 to 3 by 4. So it will become 9 by 16 or 9 by 32. So this is 9 by 32. So 64 by 3 into 2 pi into 9 by 32. So this is 2. This is 3. 3 into 4 pi will become 12 pi is the answer you are getting. 12 pi is the answer that we are getting. So this is how we will do with respect to spherical coordinate system. This is how we will do with respect to spherical coordinate system. It was very easy, sir, with respect to spherical coordinate system as well. Sir, theta I know it is going from 0 to 37 degree only. Sir, value of phi is also complete circle it is making, so 0 to 2 pi. But sir, value of r, it is not constant everywhere, sir. It feels like it is constant, r is 5. No, r is not 5. R is the radial distance from the origin in the whole volume. So radial distance from the origin in the whole volume, that is varying, which is 4 by cos theta, because this is 4, this angle is theta, so it will become 4 by cos theta. So this is the integration that I need to perform. Is that understandable to you? A very good point. Now we will solve by method 3 by the rotation. Method 3 by rotation we will solve, and this will also be very interesting. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's make up some space this will require some good enough space, right? Let's keep it in a separate box. Method 3, rotation. So rotation I will do about z-axis. What I will do, this is my z-axis, this is my y-axis, right? I will make a right angle triangle. I am making a right angle triangle. With the length 4 here, this length is 4, this length is 4, and this length is 3, right? This length is 4, this length is 3. If I rotate it about z-axis, what I will get? If I rotate it about z-axis, this right angle triangle is rotated about z-axis. What you will get? You will get a cone only. Just see this cone, no? Just see this cone. There is a right angle triangle. If you just rotate this right angle triangle about z-axis, what you will get? You will end up getting a cone. Say yes or no. So how will you make a cone? So for making a cone, I would know that I just need to take the mirror image about z-axis, and I know that since I am rotating it, what I will do? I will end up getting circles. So these kind of circles I will be getting, sir. But this time, sir, I will get a surface area of the circle, but there is one very interesting point here. What is that interesting point? This time, stacking of the circle or stacking of the disc, you can say, these discs being stacked up, these discs are not same, they are not uniform this time. Like what will be the surface area of this disc? That will be different than this particular disc. Are you able to understand this point? So can you let me know what will be this length? Can you let me know what will be this length? Can I assume this length as y? Can I assume this length as y? Right, because it is in the y-axis. So I can assume this length as y. So what will be the surface area of this particular disc? That will be pi y square. So this length also I can assume as y only. So what will be the surface area of this particular disc? That will also be pi y square. This will also be pi y square. And I just need to integrate the disc. I just need to integrate the surface area of this disc for the dz length. For the dz length with z going from 0 to 4. Z is going from 0 to 4. This will be my volume. There you go. Say yes or no. But you are putting the limit of z, but here there is y. That means you need to find out some relation between y and z. Some relation has to be there between y and z. Say yes or no. Is that understandable to you? What I did, sir, rotating this, I will get a, what I will get? I will get a cone. Right? So how I will show the rotation? For showing the rotation, sir, I took a mirror image, and I would know that since I am rotating it, I will end up getting some circles. So circle, circle, circle being stacked up, it will make a cone. But now these circles, in the previous problem when I solved, these circles were having the same radius. That means all were having the same surface area, which was constant. 4 pi is coming out. But this time it is not same. So I can take a length y in the y direction. So this length y I am taking in the y direction. This length also I am calling as y only. This length also I will call as y only. Right? And I need to integrate it for dz length. For dz length, I need to stack up these circles for z going from 0 to 4. Z going from 0 to 4. Is that understandable to you? But what is the relation between z and y? We can find out the relation very easily. This was your z, this was your y, this was your z, this was your y. What was the initial surface I was having? The initial surface that I was having was this one. This was the initial surface I was having. This was the initial surface I was having. What is this point? Sir, this point is 0, 0. And what is this point? This point is, sir, y equals to 3, x and z equals to 4. Y equals to 3 and z equals to 4. So what will be the equation of this line? Sir, y equals to mx plus c. Y equals to mx plus c. Since it is passing through origin, so well, equation will be y equals to mx. What is the slope? Slope will be, in z direction there is 4 distance. So this will be, okay, y equals to, it is z equals to my plus c, right? Because on the vertical axis there is z, z equals to my plus c, z equals to my plus c. So z equals to my plus c. Z equals to 4 by 3y. You can see, no, at y equals to 3, if you put y equals to 3 in this equation, what you are getting? Z equals to 4 by 3 into 3, which will be equals to 4 only. So is this correct? Yes, it is correct. So Z equals to 4 by 3y. This is what you will be getting. This is your Z. Is that understandable to you? This surface you are rotating, no? So on this surface, what is the relation between Z and y? On this surface, what is the relation between Z and y? If you are taking this distance as, y, this distance has also y, this distance has also y. So what is the relation between y and z? So the relation between y and z is z equals to 4 by 3y. So simply put this relation here. So what you are getting? Z going from 0 to 4 pi. What is the relation? 4 by 3y. Sorry. Y equals to 3 by 4z. Right? So y equals to 3 by 4z because the limit is of z, no? So I need to put 3 by 4z square dot dz. So 9 by 16 will come outside. Why I am putting volume V will be 9 by 4 will come outside. Pi will also come outside. 9 by 4 pi will also come outside. Z going from 0 to 4. Z square dot dz. 9 by 4 pi z cube by 3. Z going from 0 to 4. So 3 pi by 4 into 4 cube. So what answer you are getting? Answer क्या था भाई? 12 pi. So where is the error? 9 by 4 pi z going from 0 to 4. Pi y square, pi is outside. What is the value of y? 9 by 4 z square. So z cube by 3. 9 by 4, 9 by 16. 9 by 16 will come outside. No, not 9 by 4. 9 by 16 will come outside. Sorry guys, here it will be 9 by 16. So this will become 3 pi by 16. So what is the answer? 12 pi unit cube. This is the answer that you will be getting. Say yes or no. 12 pi unit cube. Is that understandable? So by the rotation as well, it is completely understandable. I will be having some surface. So that surface I need to rotate. Since I rotate that particular surface, I will be getting a particular volume. That volume they will be asking in the examination hall. So what they would be giving? You would be having a plane surface. So suppose you are having a plane region. This plane region I am having with x going from A to B. This is the plane region that I am having. Now what you do is that this plane region you are going to rotate with respect to x-axis. Here I am rotating with respect to x-axis. With respect to x-axis I am going to rotate. Then what will happen? Simply I need to take its mirror image. So what will be the mirror image of this particular structure? I just need to take this structure and I need to take its mirror image. So who will help me? No. He will help me or not? Help kar de bhai. I need to take its mirror image, you know. Yes. अरे भाई वो ऊपर वाला चला गया अब. So what I need to do is that, just 1 second, I need to take this structure. I just need to copy it here, then paste it, then again paste it, and I need to take its reversal. I need to take its reversal. Yeah, there you go. So I just need to take its mirror image. This mirror image I have taken. Just join it here as well. This mirror image I have taken, and what I have done is that I am doing the rotation, right? I am doing the rotation, and since you know that, sir, just as you do the rotation, you will end up getting circles. You will end up getting circles here. So this kind of structure you will end up getting. So this kind of structure you will end up getting. This kind of structure you will end up getting. So this is the volume that I am supposed to calculate. What I will do? I will take up a small surface area in between. I will take up a small surface area in between. small surface area I will be taking up. This small surface area I will be taking up. So what is the vertical distance? What is the vertical distance? Vertical distance is nothing but y. This vertical distance is nothing but y. Right? So this small surface area, what will be this small surface area? That will be pi y square. And that I need to do, I need to integrate with respect to x, with x going from A to B. That will be my volume V. There you go. That's it. So this concept is completely clear to you that sir how it came, because it will be stacking of these circles. Now all the circles are not having the same surface area. They are variable. So variable with respect to y. So pi y square dot dx x going from A to B. Is that understandable to you or not? Completely understandable, sir. Absolutely brilliant concept. Till this date, sir, if I have ever studied this concept, I used to mug up the formula, but now everything is clear right from the basics. So till the point when we reach to the topic, our basics are already clear. When we are at that time, we are coming to the topic. Our basics are already clear here, and now we are coming to the topic, and now we are going to solve the problem. So think about this question, try solving it on your own. For once, if you are not able to solve it, then also it is fine, because we are going to solve multiple questions. Second, then third, then fourth. 4 questions we are going to solve, okay, with respect to the rotation. So what you need to do, you need to find the volume generating by the find the volume of the solid generated by rotating the region bounded by y equals to x square, y equals to 0 and x equals to 2. So some region you will be getting. What is that region? Let's make that region. Sir, y equals to x square. Can I draw the graph? Absolutely. This is your y. This is your x. So y equals to x square. And do recommend this content to your friends as well. Okay. Don't be selfish. Recommend this content to your friends, because I have received this communication a lot of time that sir, we don't recommend the content because it is very good. We don't want our friends to study this. Okay, so don't do that. Please recommend it to your friends as well. Then y equals to 0 will be this. This is your y equals to x square. Y equals to x square, and this is your y equals to 0. And what will be your x equals to 2? Sir, x equals to 2 will be this one. X equals to 2 will be this one. This will be your x equals to 2. This is your x equals to 2. So x equals to 2 equation. If x is equals to 2, then y will be equals to 4. So they will be meeting at 2, 4. This point will be 2, 0. So what is the region bounded? Sir, this is the region bounded. This is the region bounded. So this is the region bounded which we need to rotate. So what I need to do is that I need to rotate this about this axis is very important. I need to rotate this about x-axis. So I am rotating this about x-axis. So what I will do, I will simply need to take a mirror image, sir. I will need to take a mirror image of the given structure, which is like this. Okay, so this is the mirror image. Okay, and this is how we need to rotate. And once we rotate, what we get? Once we rotate, we get circular paths, right? We get circular paths. I am having all the tools, still I am finding it very difficult to make the diagram. You are not even having the tool. If you are doing it in your rough notebook, then how you are drawing the diagram? Always study from the printable notes, I would say, because I try to make the notes very, very good. Like it should be looking very good. My target is always there that notes should be looking very good, so that I can directly give you the printout and you can save a lot of time. You don't need to make your own notes. You can save a lot of time by studying from the printable notes. We give the printable notes as well, no? Right? So yes. So this is the small surface I will take. This is the small surface I will take. What will be the y-axis value? Here, sir, the y-axis value will be nothing but this will be the y-axis value. That value I will be taking as y. So what will be the small surface area? The small surface area will be pi y square dot dx, with x going from 0 to x will go from, this is your x equals to 0. We need to find out the region bounded. So this is not the region bounded, right? Region bounded only is this much. So what kind of structure are you getting? I hope you are able to understand. This kind of structure we are getting. This kind of structure we are getting. This kind of structure. This kind of structure we are getting. Right? So this is the structure that we are getting, pi y square, x going from 0 to 2. This is the value of x. No, x is going from 0 to 2. X going from 0 to 2. Right? And what is the value of y? Y is equals to x square. On the surface, y is equals to x square. If this length is y, then y equals to x square. So y equals to x square. So in place of y, I will put x square. So this will become x to the power 4 dot dx, x going from 0 to 2. So pi x to the power 5 divided by 5 with x going from 0 to 2. So what will be 2 to the power 5? That will be 32 pi by 5 unit cube. This will be the answer that we'll be getting. 32 by 5. 32 pi by 5. Although in the examination, a lot of people will simply apply the formula. They will not even make the diagram. They would see that, sir, where they will be getting y equals to, if you put x equals to 2 here, simply this will be given, y equals to x square. And x equals to 2, they will put x equals to 2 here. What they are getting, y equals to 5. Or what they would say is that, sir, we need to take the limit. Somehow they will take the limit from 0 to 2, pi y square dot dx. Simply apply the formula, get the answer. But now your concept is clear. I want your concept to be clear. 32 pi by 5 is the answer. Understandable? Let's solve the next question. Now this is very interesting. Here your formula and all will not work. Here you need to use your brain. So use your brain, first make the region bounded and then think what will happen. Find the volume of the solid obtained by rotating the region between y equals to x and y equals to x by 2 with x going from 0 to 4. So let's make the graph. Y equals to x and y equals to x by 2. Y equals to x, y equals to x is going from 0 to 4. No, so I will make only the positive graph. Although y equals to x is this graph, no, that I know, but I will only make the positive graph since x is going from 0 to 4. X is going from 0 to 4. So at x equals to 0, this is the y equals to x graph I am making. So at x equals to 0, value will be 0. At x equals to 4, the value will be 4. And next graph I will make x going from 0 to 4, y equals to x by 2. Y equals to x by 2. Y equals to x by 2. So this is the graph that I have made. So this is the graph of y equals to x and this is the graph of y equals to x by 2. So at x equals to 4, you will be getting y equals to 2. So this is the graph, right? Now what is the region bounded? So this is the region bounded. This is the region bounded. Now I need to rotate it about x-axis and you need to go from 0 to 4, right? X going from 0 to 4. X going from 0 to 4. This is your x, this is your y. And we need to rotate it about x-axis. Rotate it about x-axis. Right? We need to rotate it about x-axis. So what we will be getting? Rotating about x-axis. What we will get? We just need to take the mirror image, sir. So when I take the mirror image, this is what I will be getting. And since I am rotating, sir, when I rotate, what do I get? I get a circular path like this. So you need to visualize how the structure is looking like. Are you able to visualize or not? Are you able to visualize or not? What kind of structure you are getting? Are you able to visualize? Like basically there are two kind of cones. There are two kind of cones. One cone is this one. This is one cone. And in between there is another cone. In between there is another cone. In between there is another cone. And you need to find out the volume you need to find out the volume bounded. Volume bounded. That means this volume you need to find out. This volume you need to find out. This volume you need to find out. Are you able to understand this point? This particular volume we need to find out. Is that clear? Is that clear or not? So bigger cone is there and a smaller cone is there. Inside this there is a smaller cone also available. Smaller cone is also there. So from the bigger cone you need to subtract the smaller cone. That's the question. From the bigger cone you need to subtract the smaller cone. Do I need to apply any mathematics here? No, I can find out the volume of the cone. No, what will be the volume of this cone? This is the height which is 4. This height is 4. So height is same for both of them. Now what is the radius? For the smaller one the radius is 2 and for the larger one the radius is 4. So what will be your required volume? Your required volume will come out to be pi by 3 pi. What is the volume of a cone? Volume of a cone. That is pi by 3 r square h. So h is same for both of them. No, height is same. So what I can do? Pi by 3 into height is same, which is 4. That I can take outside. R square. What is r square? That is 4 square minus 2 square. There you go. So 4 pi by 3. 16 minus 4 will be 12. What is the answer? 16 pi is the answer. This is the answer. 16 pi. There you go. This is the answer. Understandable? Otherwise, what you could have done? You could have separately, you need to calculate two volumes. What you would do? You would take a larger circle, then you would take a smaller circle. So for the larger circle, what you would do, if you need to go by the complete concept, what you would do? You would take up a larger circle, small circle you will take up here. This circle you will take up. And then one smaller circle you will take up. Right? So for the smaller circle, y will be equals to x by 2. Here y is equals to x by 2, no? And here y will be equals to x. So what will be the required volume? Required volume will come out to be pi y square. Actually the volume is pi y1 square dot dy, pi y1 square dot dx, with x going from 0 to 4. X is going from 0 to 4 minus x going from 0 to 4 pi y2 square dot dx. Pi is coming outside, x going from 0 to 4. What is the value of y1? That is x. So x square dot dx minus pi, x going from 0 to 4 and the value is x by 2. Value of y2 is x by 2 square dot dx. Right? So from here what you will do? X square by 4. So this will become x square by 4. This will become x square by 4. So what will be the answer? 3 pi by 4, 0 to 4, x square dot dx. 3 pi by 4, x cube by 3, 0 to 4. So 12 pi would be the, sorry. So if you solve it, you put the limit 4 cube by 3, it would be 3 and 3 will get cancelled out. 4 square will be 16. So answer will be 16 pi unit cube. This will be the answer. 16 pi unit cube will be the answer. There you go. So this is how you can do with respect to the method as well. Right? First I will take the larger volume, then I will take the smaller volume. So for the larger volume, what is the value of y? Here value of y I am taking as y1. Value of y I am taking as y1, and here the value of y I am taking as y2. Right? So y2 value is x by 2, value of y1 is x only. So here I will put x, here it was x by 2, so it would become x square by 4. So this is how I can solve it. 16 pi is the answer. Here also 16 pi is the answer. Let's go to the next one. Try solving this one. Again it is a good question. Find the volume of the solid generated by revolving the region bounded by y equals to x square, y equals to 0, x equals to 2, The same kind of a question we have seen, but now this time about y-axis. We need to rotate about the y-axis. Will we get any standards? Will here we got cone, no? Here we got cone. It was standard. So standard, using the standard answer, using the standard volume, we got the answer. Here we will not get any standard shape. Okay, the shape we will be getting, that will not be standard. So let's try solving this question. Y equals to x square, and positive value of y we need to take, so only the positive graph I am making. But let's make the, because with respect to y axis we need to rotate, no? So let's make the axis in this manner, y and x. This is your y and this is your x. So y equals to x square. First I need to draw the graph of y equals to x square. So this is the graph of y equals to x square. Y equals to x square. Then y equals to 0 means x axis. Y equals to 0 means x axis, and x equals to 2, and x equals to 2. X equals to 2 will be, let's just say, somewhere x equals to 2. There you go. This is your x equals to 2. This equation is y equals to 0, and this is your y equals to x square. What is the region bounded? This is the region bounded. This is the region bounded, right? What will be this point? This point will be 2, 4. X equals to 2. Now what we need to do? We need to rotate about y-axis. We need to rotate about y-axis. That means we need to take the mirror image about y-axis. So mirror image of this one would be, mirror image of this would be this only. This will be the mirror image. This will be the mirror image. This will be the mirror image. Minus 2, 4. This will be the mirror image, right? So this is your y, right? This will be the mirror image. So since you are rotating, what you will do? You will end up getting circle. You will end up getting circle. These circle will be there. This kind of circles will be there. So I hope you are able to visualize what kind of shape we will be getting, right? So rotation, what kind of shape we will be getting, that you are able to visualize. Say yes or no. Say yes or no. What kind of shape you will be getting. So this particular volume we are supposed to find out. This particular volume. This particular volume we are supposed to find out. This particular volume we are supposed to find out. Right? So one, I can see that, sir, there is a cylinder. From the cylinder I need to subtract this much volume. Which volume? This volume I need to subtract. This particular volume I need to subtract from the cylinder volume. From the volume of cylinder I need to subtract this volume, which is a bowl kind of structure. So do I know the volume of this? No. It is not standard, no. I don't know the volume of this. It is a bowl kind of structure, y equals to x square. So I don't know the volume of this. But I know the volume of the cylinder. So what is my final answer? What is my required volume? Required volume is from the volume of cylinder. What is the volume of cylinder? That is pi r square h. So pi, what is this length? This length is 2. And what is this length? This length is 4. 2 square into 4 minus this bowl kind of shape. This bowl kind of shape. Let's use a different color of pen. This volume we need to subtract. This volume we need to subtract. Right? So minus volume V. This is what we need to subtract. So let's find out the volume V. What will be the volume V? What will be the volume V? Sir, the volume V will be, what we need to do? We need to take this length is x. This length is x. What will be the surface area of this one? That would be pi x square. What will be the surface area? This would be pi x square. This surface area would be nothing but pi x square. this length is x, so surface area would be nothing but pi x square, pi x square. So pi x square dot dy, pi x square dot dy. So what will be the volume? Volume will be pi x square dot dy, pi x square dot dy, because for the y length we need to stack up the volume. For the y length we need to stack up the surface area. Pi x square, pi x square, pi x square for the y length. Length is going from y equals to 0 to y equals to 4. Here it is y equals to 0 and this is your y equals to 4. Say yes or no? So it is going from y equals to 0 to y equals to 4. From y equals to 0 to y equals to 4. Say yes or no? And what is the relation? X square is equals to y only. So x square equals to y. So what you are getting? Pi y square by 2, pi into y square, y going from 0 to 4. So 16, answer is 8 pi. So here what you are getting? 16 pi minus 8 pi, answer will be equals to 8 pi only. Answer is 8 pi. Is that understandable to you? So if your concepts are clear, then only you will be able to solve these kind of problems. Otherwise, keep on mugging up the formula. Formula will not help in the examination hall because the level of question paper is rising up. If the level of question paper is rising up, then those formulas will not help you. So pi x square dot dy with y going from 0 to 4. Y going from 0 to 4. So what they are asking? They are asking the volume generated. So what is the volume generated? This is the volume generated. Because we need to find out the common region, then volume generated would be this one. This volume we need to find out, which is in the white color. This volume we need to find out, not this volume. This volume we don't need to find out. This white color volume we need to find out. So what will be that volume? Sir, there is a cylinder. This cylinder volume I already know that is 16 pi minus the volume V. So this volume we are supposed to find out, which is a bowl kind of shape. So if bowl kind of shape, sir, I can take the circle everywhere. When I take those circles, the length is x here. In the x direction, the length is x. Everywhere the length is x only. The length is x only. So pi x square dot dy with the length y going from 0 to 4. With the length y going from 0 to 4. So in place of x square, I will put y. And there you go. Answer is 8 pi. 16 pi minus 8 pi. Answer is 8 pi. Well and good. Next question. Try doing it on your own. Find the volume of the solid generated by about y-axis. Y square equals to 8x. This time it is y square equals to 8x. Can you draw the graph of parabola y square equals to 8x? Yes, sir. Surely I can draw. And x equals to 2 about y-axis. About y-axis. Okay. So draw the structure first. Draw the structure. Y square equals to 8x. This will be the parabola y square equals to 8x. Value of x can never be negative, no, because it is equals to y square. Y square equals to 8x. So if y is positive, y can be positive, negative, anything. Y can be positive. If y is minus 1, then value of x will be 1 by 8. If y is plus 1, then also value of x will be 1 by 8. So value of x will be always positive, and the value of y will go in this manner. Basically, you have just made it opposite. This is your y-axis, this is your x-axis. Then what will be x square? What will be your graph? Y square equals to 8x, or you can write down x equals to y square by 8. So what will be the graph? This will be the graph. So just the opposite graph in this manner we need to make. Okay. I hope you know how to draw this parabola, which is y square equals to 8x. X equals to 2. Where will be x equals to 2? So this will be your x equals to 2. 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 So y square equals to 8x. Y square equals to 8x. X equals to 2. This is your x equals to 2. X equals to 2. So at x equals to 2, what you will be getting? Y equals to 4. At x equals to 2, you will be getting y equals to minus 4. So this is the surface area that we are getting. This is the surface area that we are getting. Okay. Now what we need to do? We need to revolve it about y-axis. We need to revolve it about y-axis. Okay. About y-axis we need to revolve. So what I will do? I will have to take the mirror image. This is my y-axis. Right. So what I will do? I will have to take the mirror image. right? I will have to take the mirror image. And sir, since I am revolving, what I will get? I will keep on getting the circles, circles, circles everywhere. Circle, circle, circle everywhere. This circle I will be having. So I hope you are able to visualize what kind of structure it would be, right? You are surely able to visualize what kind of structure it would be and what kind of a volume we are supposed to find out. What kind of volume we are supposed to find out. So which volume we are supposed to find out, that is clear to you, right? Which volume we are supposed to find out, that is clear to you. Understandable? So what will be the complete volume? What will be the required volume? So required volume will be nothing but what is this radius? This radius is 2. And what is the height this time? What is the height? Height is 8 this time, right? This radius is 2, height is 8 this time. Height is 8. Height is 8. This height is 8. So what will be the volume? Pi r square h. Pi r square h minus volume v. What will be your volume v? Which volume v I am talking about? I am talking about this volume v. Which volume v? I am talking about this volume v. This volume v. This volume v. I am talking about this volume v. Right? So minus volume v. We are supposed to find out the volume v. Right? So we are supposed to find out volume v. So what will be the length here, sir? The length would be nothing but x only. Okay. So pi x square, with respect to length we need to integrate dot dy. Right? What will be the value of y? From 0 to 4 or minus 4 to 4? Minus 4 to 4, no? The value of y is going from minus 4 to 4. Minus 4 to 4. Say yes or no? Did you understand this point? Value of y is going from minus 4 to 4 this time. Are you able to understand this point? Everywhere, sir, everywhere the radius is x only. This radius is x only. The radius is x only. The radius is x only. So everywhere, what is the value of x? On this point, what is the value of x? X is nothing but y square by 8. X is nothing but y square by 8. What is x? X is nothing but y square by 8. So what will be x square? X square will become y to the power 4 by 64, with y going from minus 4 to 4. Y to the power 4 by 64. Right? So what is the volume v we are getting? Pi by 64 outside. Between minus 4 to 4, so 2 you take outside. 0 to 4, y to the power 4 dot dy. So v we are getting is, why I took 2 outside? Because it is an even function. No, it is an even function. From 0 to 4, 2 I took outside. This is an even function. So pi by 32. Pi by 32. Y to the power 5 divided by 5. Pi by 32. Y to the power 5 divided by 35. From 0 to 4 only. What you are getting? Pi by 32 into 5 into 16 into 16 into 4. So 16 into 2. This will be 2. 32 pi by 5. 32 pi by 5 unit cube. 32 pi by 5 unit cube. What will be this? This will be 32 pi minus volume V. So what will be the required volume? Required volume will be 32 pi minus 32 pi by 5. 32 pi by 5. So what will be the answer? 32 pi into 4 by 5. this is how the answer would be written. 32 into 4 will be 128 pi by 5 unit cube. That's the answer. Understandable? So isn't it a good question? And what if I tell you it is a gate PYQ? Now how many books will be having this PYQ? And if they are having the PYQs, how many books are solving in this manner? They will simply apply some formula and job done. They will write down the answer. And how many notes will be having this concept? It is a gate PYQ. It is a gate question. I did not tell you before. You would be thinking that's a very high concept, not asked in the gate examination. It is a gate PYQ only. First of all, books will ignore this question. A lot of books will ignore this question. If they are taking this question, then they will simply apply the formula. This is how they will match the answer. But who is teaching all these concepts? Did you understand how we are starting? Right from the zero, how we have built up the concept. Did you understand this point? So this kind of question has already come in gate examination. So who knows in the gate examination in future what kind of question can come? So every concept should be clear. Make the diagram, everything would be clear in the examination hall. So there will be and here I am taking a lot of time. In the examination it will not take much time. Okay sir, there will be you will make the structure, you will make the mirror image, you will see, okay, there is a cylinder, volume of cylinder minus the volume we are supposed to subtract. Which volume we are supposed to subtract? This volume we are supposed to subtract. Job done. Directly also we can find out the volume. Directly, this volume if I need to find out, this particular volume if I need to find out, directly also I can find out. How will I find it out? What I would do is that I will assume a circle here. I will assume a circle here. And these circles I need to stack up. These circles I need to stack up. But it would be difficult, right? Because yeah, you cannot do in this manner. Why is that so? Because what will be the radius? Can you say radius is x? X is the distance from y-axis, no? X is not the distance from this point. You cannot say radius is x. X is the distance from y-axis. So you cannot say radius is x. So this we cannot do. Are you able to understand this point? So that's why what we have to do is that complete volume minus this volume, because x is the distance from y-axis. Similarly, y is the distance from x-axis. Where we have taken the distance y is the distance from x-axis. Where we have taken y is the distance from x-axis. This is the distance y is the distance from x-axis, and x is the distance from y-axis. So that's why we cannot take any circle here, but here we can take the circle, because we are taking the distance from x-axis only. What is your x-axis here? This is your x-axis, no? You are taking the distance from x-axis only. This is your x-axis. This is your x-axis. So you are taking the distance from x-axis only, taking the distance from x-axis. This is y1, this is y2. Understandable? All good? So this is the answer, and this is how we need to solve it. Understandable? Subtract the volume from the whole volume. You will get the required volume. Now, sir, what is this mass of solid? Sir, everything is given as solid region in the first octant, x equals to 0, y equals to 0, z equals to 0, x plus y plus z equals to 2. Sir, everything I would be able to make, but sir, what is this mass? And sir, what is this density at any point? What is this density? What do you mean by this density? So this question has been asked in gate civil, okay? Gate civil. So civil guys already know that mass of a solid is given by this density into d volume. That's it, okay? So it is given by density which is rho xyz dot volume. So this is known by civil students, but you will solve the PYQs of everyone. You might be from EC, electrical, CSC, you might be from any other branch. Then you would be thinking that sir, you did not cover this topic. So mass of a solid is given by this. That's it. Okay. So what will be your mass? Sir, mass will be nothing but rho xy z is given as 2x. What will be the volume in xyz plane? So that will be dx, dy, dz. And sir, since we are taking the volume, we need to take the triple integration over the volume v. Over the volume v, we need to take the triple integration. We need to put the limit of x, we need to put the limit of y, we need to put the limit of z. First I will solve the limit of x only because it is variable. Sorry, because this particular thing I will see the limit of x, I will see the limit of y, I will see the limit of z. What all limits would be there that I need to see. So that I will be able to know if I draw the structure. So what is the structure what structure is saying me? Structure is saying me that what you need to find out, solid region bounded by x equals to 0, y equals to 0, z equals to 0. That means only I need to consider the positive scenario. And what kind of plane it is? Sir, it is a infinite slanted plane which will be cutting on x plus y plus z equals to 2. That means it will be cutting x axis on 2, y axis on 2 and z axis on 2. Right? So this is your x, this is your y, this is your z. X, y, z. X, y, z. This will be the plane. Right? 0, 2, 0, 2, 0, 0, and 0, 0, 2. Understandable? So you can take any limit variable. One limit variable we will have to take. So let's take the limit of z variable, because this is how we find out the volume, no? So let's take the limit of z variable. Once we have taken the limit of z, what we need to do? We need to squeeze the surface on the xy plane. So first I will take the limit of z. So from where to where the limit of z is going? So z is going from z equals to 0. Here the z is equals to 0. Here z equals to 0. I need to take a strip on this plane. If I take a strip on the plane, from z equals to 0 to, we are reaching this point. Which point we are reaching? We are reaching this point. So from z equals to 0 to, we are coming to 2 minus x minus y. Z equals to 2 minus x minus y dot dz. Then 2x dx dy. So xy limit we will take for region R. What will be the region R? Region R will be the projection of this particular surface on xy plane. Right? So this limit we have taken. So when we solve this limit, what answer we will be getting? When I solve this limit, so integration of dz would be z. So 2 minus x minus y, what I will be getting? Region R. The limit, this particular part I am solving. This particular part I am solving. So what I will get? Simply the answer would be z, and the limit you need to take from 0 to 2 minus x minus y. So what you will be getting? 2 minus x minus y dot 2x dx dy. Now what will be the projection in xy plane? Sir, simply I can see that projection in xy plane will be nothing but, directly you can see from here, projection in xy plane will be nothing but a triangle only. Right? A triangle like this. What kind of triangle? Sir, this kind of triangle I will be getting in xy plane. This kind of triangle I will be getting. So this will be my region R. So over this region R, I will have to integrate. What will be this point? This is your y. This is your x. What will be this point? 2, 0. What will be this point? 0, 2. What is this equation? X plus y equals to, and this is the region R. This is the region R. So how the limit would go? Over this region R we need to take. So how the limit would go? So I need to take a strip. The value of y will go from, y equals to 0 to y equals to x 2 minus x. Y equals to 0 to y equals to 2 minus x. So value of y will go from y equals to 0 to y equals to 2 minus x. And the value of x will go from 0 to 2. Value of x will go from 0 to 2. Right? X will go from 0 to 2, y is going from 0 to 2 minus x. So why you have taken vertical strip? You could have taken the horizontal strip as well. Yes, horizontal strip also we could have taken, but vertical strip we are more comfortable. That's why I have taken vertical strip. This 2 is constant, it can be taken outside. 2 is constant, it can be taken outside. First I need to solve with respect to y. So 2 minus x minus y dot dy, then x dx I will solve. First I need to solve, sorry. This is the whole function, no? 2 minus x minus y dot x dy. Once I will solve this one, and then I will put the limit of x. So let's solve this with respect to y. So x will be treated as constant. So let's solve this integration I. What will be this integration I? So this integration I is y going from 0 to 2 minus x. This 2 can be multiplied inside. 2x minus x square minus xy dot dy. Right? 2x minus x square minus xy dot dy. So you need to integrate with respect to y. So 2x, integration of 2x would be 2xy. Integration of x square will be x square y, because x square is treated as constant, and integration of xy will be x into y square by 2. X into y square by 2, with y going from 0 to 2 minus x. 2x into 2 minus x minus x square into 2 minus x into 2 minus x whole square divided by 2. I have just put the limit. Then I will put the limit of y we are putting. So in place of y we are putting 2 minus x. So in place of y I have put 2 minus x. In place of y I have put 2 minus x. In place of y I have put 2 minus x. Then in place of y I have put 0. So here 0, 0, 0. So 0, 0, 0 will be 0 only. Did you understand what I have done? 2 minus x minus y, 2x dx dy I need to do. 2 I have taken outside. 2 I have taken outside. This is the integration I we are solving. So this integration I we solved. This is the answer we are getting. Understandable? How we are getting this answer? Limit of y we need to take from 0 to 2 minus x. So 2x integrate 2x dot dy would be 2xy. X square dot dy would be x square y. Xy dot dy would be x into y square by 2. Limit going from 0 to 2 minus x. Just put the value 2 minus x here. This is what we are getting. Now we need to solve this one. Okay. Take care of plus minus sign. There is very huge chances of error. Okay. So I need to add a page. I hope I am having a blank page. So this blank page I will be taking and I will be I will be adding here. Okay. So this I need to copy and paste it here. This was my I. This is my I we are getting. So let's make it a bit more beautiful or a bit more better. So 4x minus 2x square. 2 into 2, 4x minus 2x square minus 2x square minus x cube. Minus 2x square minus x cube. Minus x upon 4 plus x square minus 4x divided by 2. Understandable? X minus 4 plus x square minus 4x divided by 2. So 4x plus x cube, let's take this x inside. So 4x plus x cube, this will become x square, this will become x cube, and this will become 4x. So this x I have taken out inside. X I have taken inside. Understandable? Now let's open the bracket. So this is 4x minus 2x cube minus 2x square plus x cube minus, when I open this one, 4 plus x square minus 4x, then x inside. So minus 4x by 2 will be minus 2x minus x cube by 2, then plus 2x square. Understandable? So plus 4x square divided by 2 will be, yes, no calculation error. Here we need to do the calculation with patience. So what I will be getting, this and this is getting cancelled out. X cube minus x cube by 2, x cube minus x cube by 2. So this I am getting as x cube by 2 only, x cube minus x cube by 2. Then minus 2x square is left, minus 2x square. Then 4x minus 2x, 4x minus 2x is equals to minus 2x. That's it. Everything is treated. This is your I. Now, this was your I. What this was? Whatever the integration was, what we were calculating the mass. So now your mass m is nothing but integration x going from 0 to 2. Integration x going from 0 to 2 with 2 outside, x cube by 2 minus 2x square minus 2x dot dx. Minus 2x dot dx. Right? Dot dx, this I we have solved, x going from 0 to 2. So this integration was not very straightforward, it was time taking. Now, in the examination we should prefer dropping these kind of problems, because in the examination you will do the calculation in a hurry and surely will mess up here, right? We should do it in the end. We should do these kind of questions in the end. But who will tell us? Like I will see this question in the examination hall and I will get started. But who will tell me that calculation would go complex in this manner, right? So sometimes it happens in the examination, just because of questions like this, people mess up their examination. A very good student would mess up their examination. No, because a decent student who have studied from good educators, who did not study from human being, he will drop this question because he would not know how to solve this question. But if there is a good student, he will be solving this problem in the examination and he might mess it up. Who knows, we also might have messed up the calculation. But yeah, let's put up the values and let's see what answer we are getting. I always solve the question for the first time with you only. I haven't solved this calculation before because I need to create a student like of environment. No, if I have solved the calculation before, then I would be very comfortable, but I need to create a student like of environment so that we can see what kind of a calculation error we may also do, right? So here you will put 2 to the power 4, that will be 16. 16 by 8 would be 2, minus here you will put 16 by 3 minus 4. Say yes or no. 2 I have put 16, then 2 I have put 16 by 3 minus 4. So 2 minus 4, so negative mass we are getting. Calculation error we have done. 2 minus 16 by 3, what that would be? Negative mass we are getting. That would be minus 10 by 3. And minus 4, that would be minus 22 by 3. So minus 44 by 3 we are getting. Negative mass is not possible. What is the actual answer? 4 by 3. Some calculation error I have done. Method is same, but some calculation error is there which I need to check out. So I need to pause the video. I will check out the calculation error. Okay. Yeah, so did you notice the mistake? 4x minus 2x is plus 2x. This is plus 2x. This is plus here. That's it. This was the mistake. Right? You put the value here. This will be plus 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 minus 16 by 3. That would be 18 minus 16 by 3. 2 by 3. Answer would be 4 by 3. That's it. This is the answer. 4 by 3 is the answer. That's it. So these kind of minor mistake your educator does, I don't know what students will learn. So students would not do these mistakes, hopefully. Okay. Just you did the calculation, all the calculation very patiently, right? You had the patience, but here only 4x minus 2x you wrote down minus 2x and everything got messed up. It would be plus 2x, everywhere would be plus, 4 by 3 would be the answer. That's it. This concept is also completed. Okay. So this was just a separate concept that how to find out the mass. Only one question has been asked, that too in the civil engineering, because civil engineer student would know that mass is nothing but density into the volume. Okay. And here we have studied the concept of revolution. Now the next concept of length of a curve. So y as a function of x is given. Y as a function of x is given. So there will be a graph between y and x. So they are asking the length, like this would be the graph. Graph could be anything, like it could be extended till any point. It could be extended till infinity plus infinity. What would be the nature of the graph? That I don't care. Something would be the graph, but they are asking the length of this graph. They are asking the length of this graph between 2 points from x equals to a to x equals to b. Between a to b, what is the length? What is this length? L. This is what they are asking. What is this length? L they are asking. This is the length dl. This is the length L they are asking. So what I would do? I would take up a small length dl here. I would take up a small length dl here. And then I will integrate it from a to b. So what will be the length L? Length L will be, I will take up a small length dl and I will integrate the length from x going from a to x going from a to b. That's it. Now what will be this dl? So this is your dl, right? This is your dl. It is curved. Someone would say, sir, it is curved, but it is a very small length, no? On a curve, if I take a very small length, this will be looking like almost a straight line, no? So can I write down dl as a almost a straight line? Although I am making it look bigger. This is your dl, but actually it is very small. Actually dl is very small. This is a very small length. So almost it will be a straight line. Now how much is now if this is your dl, if this was your dl, then how much is the length you are covering in the x direction? Sir, I am covering dx length. And how much length you are covering in the y direction? Sir, I am covering dy length. Do you understand this point or not? You need to find out this length L. You have taken a small length dl here. You have taken a small length dl here. So this is your dl. In the x direction you are covering dx. In the y direction you are covering dy. Say yes or no. In the x direction you are covering dx. In the y direction you are covering dy. So what will be your dl? So dl will be nothing but under root dx square plus dy square. There you go. So what will be the formula of length? what will be the formula of length? The formula of length will be nothing but the length will be x going from a to b under root dx square plus dy square. There you go. This is the formula of length when it was given y as a function of x. What if x was given as a function of y? What if x was given as a function of y? So again the similar scenario would be there. X and y are there, no? So how much do you work in the direction of x? Sir, I will work in the direction of x dx square. In the direction of y, I will work dy square. Similar scenario would be there, just the limit would be interchanging. Y will go from a to b. You don't need to mug up anything. You don't need to mug up anything. With respect to the question, you will be able to understand everything. Are you able to understand this point? You don't need to mug up anything. Just only you need to remember that, sir, dl will be nothing but under root dx square plus dy square. That's it. If you are able to remember this much, then your job would be done. Sir, this limit, do I need to remember that y equals to fx, then this would be the limit? Nothing you need to remember. Let's solve a problem. It will be completely clear to you. Okay. This is the question that is given. Find the length of the curve from x equals to 0 to x equals to 4. What you need to do? You need to draw the graph first. Sir, I don't know what will be the nature of the graph. No need to worry. At x equals to 0, you will get y equals to 0. At x equals to, like, what is the nature of the graph, sir? I don't even know. No need to worry about it. Although I am telling the nature of the graph would be somewhat like this. At x equals to infinity, you will be getting infinity only. So nature of the graph would be somewhat like this. Okay. Even if you don't know the nature of the graph, then also there is no need to worry. What you need to find out? You need to find out the length. Sir, I know that length will be nothing but integration under root. Sir, y as a given of y is given as a function of x. That means the conversation is between y and x. If the conversation is between y and x, so what is the small length in the x direction? So that is dx square. So that is dx. And what is the small length in y direction? That is dy. So under root dx square plus dy square. This is the scenario. Now x is going from 0 to 4. X is going from 0 to 4. So you are having the limit of x. X is going from 0 to 4. You are having the limit of x. So you will integrate with respect to x only. No. What you can do is that on what you can do, you can divide and multiply with dx. What you can do, you can divide and multiply with dx with x going from 0 to 4. Now if this dx goes inside, what you will be getting? X going from 0 to 4. If this dx goes inside, this is dx square, this is dy square. So this dx goes inside, so this will become dx square only. And this will also become dx square only. Dx goes inside of under root. So this will become dx square only. So what you are getting? Length you are getting is x going from 0 to 4 under root 1 plus dx square by dx square will become, and here multiplication of dx is also there. So dx by dx would become 1. This will become dy by dx whole square dot dx. There you go. This is the scenario. This is the formula which usually aspirant remember. But will you remember it? Absolutely not. What you will remember? Sir, only one thing I will remember. The length is under root dx square plus dy square. Now I know that, sir, x is going from 0 to 4. That means I will have to integrate with respect to x only. So if I need to multiply x here, I will have to divide by x as well. If this goes inside, this will become 1. This will become dy by dx whole square. This is what I will be writing down. What is y? This is your y, which is 2 by 3 x to the power 3 by 2. What will be dy by dx? Dy by dx would be, so 2 by 3, 3 by 2 would come outside. X to the power 3 by 2 minus 1 will be 1 by 2. So dy by dx would be under root x, right? 2 and 2 will get cancelled out, 3 and 3 will get cancelled out. Dy by dx would be under root x. So x going from 0 to 4 under root 1 plus, what will be under root x whole square? That will be x only dot dx, right? So what will be the answer? What is the integration of 1 plus x? 1 plus x to the power 1 by 2, that will be 1 plus x to the power 3 by 2 divided by 3 by 2, putting the limit going from 0 to 4, right? So what you will get? This you put separately. This will be the side calculation that I will be doing. Now if I put the limit, 2 by 3 will be outside. Here if you put 4, it will become 5 to the power 3 by 2 minus if you put 0, it will become 1 to the power 3 by 2. So answer is 2 by 3. 5 to the power 3 by 2 is 5 into 5 to the power 1 by 2. So 505 minus 1. So this is the answer. So 2 by 3, 505 minus 1. 2 by 3, 505 minus 1 is the answer. That's it. There you go. So are you remembering anything? Only thing you are remembering is that dl could be given as integration. dl could be given as under root dx square plus dy square. That's it. This is what you are remembering. So here I will add up one more page and I will write down everything that y as a function of x is given or x as a function of y is given. What you need to remember? You need to remember only one thing. What you need to remember? Sir, the small length dl will be given as nothing but under root dx square plus dy square. And what will be the complete length? So complete length, here some limit you will be putting. What limit you will be putting that you don't know? Dl. So limit, whatever the limit you will be putting, that we will see with respect to the question, under root dx square plus dy square. This will be the answer. How you need to remember it? How much do you work in the direction of x whole square plus how much you work in the direction of y whole square? Is that clear to you? Okay, red color ko yaar change karo. Now it might happen that r as a function of theta could be given or theta as a function of r could be given. This could also be given. So what do you think what will be your dl? What do you think what will be your dl? What do you think? So dl will be how much do you work in the direction of, here two variables are there, no, r and theta. How much do you work in the direction of r? Sir, I work for dr. And how much do you work in the direction of theta? Sir, I work for r d theta. There you go. That's it. In the direction of r you work for dr. In the direction of theta you work for r d theta. That's it. So what will be the length? Length will be, sir, limit, some limit I will be putting, dot dl. Answer would be some limit, dot dl would be under root dr square r d theta whole square. There you go. This is the answer that we will be getting. Okay, different kind of question would be there. It might happen that something third kind of question also they can introduce, but everything we would be able to solve. All kind of questions we are going to solve. This question we have solved. Next question, r as a function of theta is given. R as a function of theta is given. Limit of theta is given. First of all, what you see, r as a function of theta. So sir, what will be my length? Length will be some limit dl. What will be dl? dl will be how much do you work in the direction of r? Sir, I will work for dr. How much do you work in the direction of theta? Sir, I work for r d theta square. Sir, whose limit is given? Limit of theta is given. What does that mean? I need to multiply with theta. So if I am multiplying with theta, I will have to divide with theta as well. So sir, this is your dr square. This is your r square outside d theta square. Right? Now I will have to multiply with theta. If I am multiplying with theta, I will have to divide with theta as well. Now if this theta goes inside, what you will be getting? If this theta goes inside, what you will be getting? If this theta goes inside, then this will become theta square because there is under root. So dr by d theta whole square plus r square. If this theta goes inside, this is d theta whole square divided by d theta whole square. So this will become 1 only. So this will become r square dot d theta. Understandable? This is what you are getting, and limit of theta you need to put, that is from 0 to pi. Usually aspirant remember this formula. This formula they would remember. Do you need to mug up any formula? Absolutely not. How much do you work in the direction of r? How much you work in the direction of theta? dr square r d theta square divided by theta, multiply with theta, because limit of theta I need to put. Limit of theta I need to put. Divided by d theta. So this will become d theta whole square. This will become d theta by d theta. It will become 1 only. So r square plus this is what we are getting. Understandable? Now what is the value of r? That also we know. And what is the value of dr by d theta? Value of r is given by as 1 plus cos theta. What will be dr by d theta? So dr by d theta would be, what is the integration of cos theta? That will be minus sin theta. So what I will be getting? Sir, everything I need to put in terms of theta only. So from 0 to pi under root dr by d theta is nothing but minus sin theta whole square. What is r? R is nothing but 1 plus cos theta whole square dot d theta. Understandable? So this integration we are supposed to solve. So what is L you are getting? L we are getting is theta going from 0 to pi under root sin square theta plus 1 plus cos square theta plus 2 cos theta dot d theta. So theta going from 0 to pi under root sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1, 1 plus 1 will be 2. So 2 plus 2 cos theta you are getting, that means 2 you can take common. So 2 into 1 plus cos theta dot d theta. Is that understandable to you? What did I do here? Simple calculation, nothing else. dr by d theta, this separately we need to calculate. So I am putting this in a box. And then simple calculation afterwards. Here dr by d theta minus sin theta, then r square. In place of r, I can simply put 1 plus cos theta whole square. Everything is going in terms of theta only. So under root 2 I can take outside. What is 1 plus cos theta? So do you remember the formula of cos 2 theta? Sir, cos 2 theta is nothing but 1 minus 2 cos square theta. Sorry, 2 cos square theta minus 1. 2 cos square theta minus 1. So from here 1 plus cos 2 theta divided by 2 is cos square theta. Cos square theta is 1 plus cos 2 theta is 1 plus cos 2 theta is 2 cos square theta, right? 1 plus cos 2 theta is 2 cos square theta. Now if I put in place of theta, if I put theta by 2, so what this will become? This will become 2 into theta by 2, this will become theta only. So in place of theta I am putting theta by 2. So this will become theta, and in place of theta I am putting theta by 2. Did you understand this point? In place of theta I have put theta by 2. So 1 plus cos theta is nothing but 2 cos square theta by 2. So what you are getting? Length L is nothing but integration of theta is going from 0 to pi under root 2. 1 plus cos theta could be written as 2 cos square theta by 2. 2 cos square theta by 2 dot d theta. Now in the limit 0 to pi, what is the value of, look, this is under root 4, no? This is under root 4, this will come outward as 2. Theta going from 0 to pi under root cos square theta by 2. Under root cos square theta by 2. Under root cos square theta by 2. Under root cos square theta by 2 dot d theta. Now let me know what is the value of under root cos square theta by 2. Sir, under root cos square theta by 2 is equals to cos theta by 2. Is that correct? Absolutely not. Sir, it is mod of cos theta by 2. But if you check between 0 to pi, put the value between 0 to pi, put the value of theta equals to 0. What you will get? Cos 0, that is 1. Put the value of theta equals to pi. Cos pi by 2, that is 0 only. So when your theta is between 0 to pi, the value inside is always positive. This value is always positive when theta is between 0 to pi. So this can be opened as cos theta by 2. So this can be opened as cos theta by 2. So theta going from 0 to pi, this could be opened as cos theta by 2 dot d theta. What is the integration of cos theta by 2? So that will be sin theta by 2, and sin theta by 2 differentiated downward. So 2 will become here. Putting the limit of 0 to pi. I hope you know the integration of cos theta by 2. That will be sin theta by 2, and downward you need to differentiate theta by 2. So it will become 1 by 2. So 1 by 2, 2 is coming upward. So what you are getting? 4, put the limit sin pi by 2, which is 1, minus sin 0, which is 0 only. So what is the answer you are getting? Length we are getting is 4. That's the answer. That's it. 4 is the length. What is the answer? Length is 4. So these kind of questions are considered as good question. A lot of people would think, sir, this formula we need to remember, that formula we need to remember. Nothing you need to remember. Only you need to remember one thing, that dl will be nothing but, see the functions y and x. So how much do you work in the direction of y? Dy square. How much do you work in the direction of x? Dx square. Under root dy square plus dx square. What will be your dl here? How much do you work in the direction of r? Dr square. How much do you work in the direction of theta? R d theta square. That's it. After that, you just need to see the limit of theta I am putting. So multiply with theta, divide by theta. This is what you will be getting, and after that it will be simple integration. Job done. Let's go to the next one. Sir, x, y are given as a function of t. So eventually you know one thing. What do you know? That x will be a function of y here, or you can say y will be a function of x here. Say yes or no. Do you agree to this point or not? because both are given in parametric equation. Like t can be written, what you can see is that, let's remove this, what you can see that x is a function of t and y is a function of t. So from here, can you conclude that y will be a function of x? Say yes or no. So what will be your length? Sir, again my length will be nothing but, my length will be nothing but, my length L will be nothing but, sir, again dl, and what will be my dl? dl will be nothing but under root, in the direction of x how much do I walk, plus in the direction of y how much do I walk. This time the limit is of t. This time the limit is of t. What does that mean? I will have to multiply and divide with dt this time. I will have to multiply and divide with dt this time, with t going from 0 to 2 pi. So if this dt goes inside, what it will become? T going from 0 to 2 pi, dt goes inside, it will become dx by dt whole square plus dy by dt whole square dot dt. Right? Now what is your function x given? X is nothing but a t minus sin t. So what will be dx by dt? So dx by dt would be a outside, this will become 1 minus differentiation of sine would be plus cos. Understandable? Very simple. Differentiation of t will be 1, differentiation of sine will be cos only. And what will be your y? Y is given as a into 1 minus cos t. So what will be dy by dt? dy by dt would be a into differentiation of 1 minus cos t. Differentiation of cos will be sine. Differentiation of cos will be minus sine. So this will become a sine. Right? So what you are getting? T going from 0 to 2 pi under root dx by dt whole square. What you will get? A square outside, a square outside, whole square of this will be 1 square plus cos square t minus 2 cos t plus dy by dt whole square will be a square sin square t, a square sin square t dot dt. Understandable? A square sin square t dot dt. Is that clear to you? So a square you can take common, a square you can take common. What you will be getting? Length L, t going from 0 to 2 pi under root a square you can take common, a square you can take common. So inside this what you will be getting? 1 plus cos square t plus sin square t minus 2 cos t. 1 plus cos square t plus sin square t minus 2 cos t minus 2 cos t dot dt. Right? So what you are getting? T going from 0 to 2 pi. A square 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 minus 2 cos t dot dt. What could be 1 minus cos t? If you remember the formula of cos 2t, sir, cos 2t could be written as 1 minus 2 sin square t. Right? So 2 sin square t could be written as 1 minus cos 2t. In place of t you put t by 2. So what you will get? 2 sin square t by 2 will be equals to 1 minus cos t. So 2 I can take common. What you are getting? T going from 0 to 2 pi under root is there. 2 I can take common. 2a square 1 minus cos t is given as 2 sin square t by 2 dot dt. So now 2a square into 2 will become 4a square. So that will come outward as mod of 2a. Right? It will come out as mod of 2a. Mod of 2a. Right? 2a square into 2 will become under root 4a square. What will be under root 4a square? That will come out as mod of 2a. Mod of 2a. And t going from 0 to 2 pi under root sin square t. So someone would say that, sir, under root sin square t by 2 would be opened as mod of sin t by 2. No doubt in that. But if your t is between 0 to 2 pi, if your t is between 0 to 2 pi, you would see that this value is always positive. So this will be opened as sin of t by 2 only. So it will be opened as sine of t by 2 only dot dt. 2 is already a constant value, right? So 2 into mod of a integration of sinusoid is cosinusoid multiply with 2. Limit is going from 0 to 2 pi. If I need to kill this negative sign, what I will do? I will interchange the limit going from 2 pi to 0. So 4 into mod of a. What is cos of 0? Cos of 0 is 1 minus cos of pi. Cos of pi is minus 1. So this will become plus 1. So what is the answer? Answer is 8 into mod of a. That's the answer. 8 into mod of a is the answer. This is the answer. So here it might be written as 8a. 8a, which is wrong. 8 into mod of a should be written. So whatever the value of a is there, it would be positive, negative. 8 into mod of a would be the answer. Okay. The answer will be 8 into mod of a. If it is a gate PYQ, it might happen that they would have given the option of 8 into a. So you can click on 8 into a, but 8 into mod of a would be the answer, because if you take the under root, outward mod of a would come outside. So even if a is negative, the answer would be positive always. Okay, so answer is 8 into mod of a. After that, there is simple integration. This is till this point the concept is there. Till this point the concept is there, that this is the concept, that this will be your length L. This will be your length L. This will be your length L. And how to write down the length, that is absolutely clear to you. No mug up of the formula. Nothing remembering. No remember. X, y, under root dx square dy square, limit of t dot dt divided by t. Every process is smoothly going on. And separately here, we have find out the value of dx by dt and dy by dt, which is these values. Separately here, we have find out these values. Okay, well and good. Understandable? So this is what we are doing. A square we are taking outside. This formula we have applied. Then this comes outside. Simply put the limit. Answer is 8 into mod of a. Understandable? Let's go to the next question. X equals to t square, y equals to 2 by 3 t square. Limit of t is going on. What you can do? Again the same thing. I will directly write down the formula. Which formula? Limit of t will go from 0 to 1 under root dx by dt whole square plus dy by dt whole square dot dt. Did you understand how did I write down the formula? Directly from here. This formula, dx by dt whole square plus dy by dt whole square dot dt. This formula I have written. Do you remembering this? Are you remembering this formula? Absolutely not. So dx square plus dy square divided by dt square divided by dt multiplied with dt. So if dt goes inside, it will become dt square. So dx by dt dy by dt dot dt. Can you find out the value of dx by dt? Yes sir. Dx by dt is nothing but 2t only. What is dy by dt? So dy by dt is nothing but 2 by 3 into 3t square. That will become, this 3t square will come outside. This will become 2t square. Right? Understandable? So t goes from 0 to 1 under root. What is dx by dt? That is 2t. So this will become 4t square plus this 2t square. So it will become 4t to the power 4 dot dt. Is that clear to you? So 4t square is coming common. 4t square is coming common. So how it can come outside? Do we have the page? Yes, we have the page. So t going from 0 to 1. 4t square can be coming as common. 4t square into 1 plus t square dot dt. Say yes or no. Right? T going from 0 to 1. Now 0 to 1. Sir, now this under root 4t square will come outward as mod of 2t. But if t is between 0 to 1, you can see t is between 0 to 1. If t is between 0 to 1, then this will be always positive. So it will come out as 2t only. So 2t into 1 plus t square dot dt. Can you solve this integration now? Now our task is only to solve this integration, which is integration going from 0 to 1, integration going from 0 to 1, 2t into under root 1 plus t square dot dt. So what would be your 1 plus t square? 1 plus t square as alpha. Value of t you put 1 plus t square as alpha. So 2t into dt will be equals to d alpha. If you put the limit, if you put t equals to 0, what you will be getting? Alpha equals to 1. If you put t equals to 1, what you will be getting? Alpha equals to 2. Alpha equals to 1 to 2. 2t dt is d alpha under root t dot d alpha you will be getting. sorry, 1 plus t square is alpha only, so under root alpha 2t dt will be d alpha. So alpha to the power 3 by 2 and 2 by 3 would be coming outside. Alpha to the power 3 by 2 divided by 3 by 2, so 3 by 2 reciprocal will become 2 by 3 from 1 to 2. From 1 to 2. So 2 by 3, 2 to the power 3 by 2 would be 2 under root 2. 1 to the power 3 by 2 would be 1. There you go. This will be the length. So 2 by 3, 2 under root 2 minus 1. 2 by 3, 2 under root 2 minus 1. This will be the length. So this question you should have been doing on your own. You should not be looking at the solution. With the respect to integration, everything you should be knowing. So this should have been done on your own, not looking at the solution. Okay, so this is the length of the curve. I hope all the questions are done. One more question is there. This is, I guess, a gate QIQ only. What you need to find out? You need to find out the length parametric equation is given again in terms of x and y. Theta is going from 0 to pi by 2. This is the last question. Yes, this is the last question. This is the last question of this lecture as well. Okay, so let's find out the length L. What will be length L? So length L will be nothing but under root dx square plus dy square. So what you would do? Dx by d theta plus dy by d theta dot d theta. Multiply with theta divided by theta. Okay, with theta going from 0 to pi by 2. This is the length L you are getting. So what is x? X is 2 cos cube theta. So what will be dx by d theta? Dx by d theta would be 6 cos square theta sin theta. 3 comes outside, cos square theta, and differentiation of cos theta is minus sin theta. And what is y? Y is 2 sin cube theta. So what will be dy by d theta? 3 comes outside, this will become 3 sin square theta. Differentiation of sin theta will become cos theta. Right? So what you will get? Theta going from 0 to pi by 2 under root dx by d theta whole square. What that would become? 36 cos to the power 4 theta, cos to the power 4 theta sin square theta plus 36 sin to the power 4 theta cos square theta. Sin to the power 4 theta multiply with cos square theta dot d theta. Right? So what you can do? You can take 36 sin square theta cos square theta outside. What you can do is that your length will be length equals to theta going from 0 to pi by 2 under root. What you can do? You can take 36 cos square theta sin square theta outside. 36 cos square theta sin square theta outside. So inside what you will be getting? Cos square theta. From here you will be getting cos square theta, and from here you will be getting sin square theta. Sin square theta dot d theta. So this part would become 1 only. This is nothing but 1. And now if you take it outside, what you will get? 6 into cos theta, like basically what will be under root 36 cos square theta sin square theta. So that would be nothing but 6 into cos theta sin theta, but with the mode. It could be written as 3 into sin 2 theta. Do you agree to this point? 3 into sin 2 theta. Say yes or no. 3 into sin 2 theta. Agreeing to this point? Right? So if theta is going from 0 to pi by 2, if theta is going from 0 to pi by 2, so from where to where 2 theta would go? 2 theta would go from 0 to pi, and between that sin will always be positive. Sin will always be, because sin 0 will be 0, and here this will also be 0. Basically it will be always positive. Sin 2 theta will be always positive. It will be always positive. Right? Basically sin angle, and angle is between 0 to pi. So if the angle is between 0 to pi, sin will always be positive. No, this is 0, this is pi. So between 0 to pi, sin any angle, it will be always positive. No, so it will be always positive. So since it is always positive, it could be opened as without mode. So what answer you will be getting? So this was opened as 6 cos theta sin theta, which could be written as 3 into 2 sin theta cos theta, which is sin 2 theta. So it could be written as theta going from 0 to pi by 2. Without mod, I can open it 2 sin theta d theta. So 3 into cos 2 theta divided by 2. Why divided by 2? Because integration of differentiation of 2 theta would be 2 only. So divided by 2. Limit is going from 0 to pi by 2, but there will be a negative sign here because integration of sin 2 theta is minus cos 2 theta. But limit is going from 0 to pi by 2, so I can interchange the limit because I am eating up the negative sign. So 3 by 2, cos 0 is 1, cos pi is minus 1. So what is the answer? Answer is 3. So solve all these questions with the patience and you will get a good answer in the end. So answer is 3. Okay, this is the answer, which is 3. Job done. Well and good. So this is the concept of differential length. This is how, sorry, not differential length. This is how we will find out a length of a curve. Any curve could be given from some limit to some other limit. We will find out the length of the curve in this manner. Is that understandable to you? Yes, sir. Completely understandable. No matter whichever the kind of equation is given, we will be able to find out the length without remembering the formula. Only this much we need to remember. That's it. Only this much we need to remember. And it is not very difficult to remember. In the direction of r, how much do you work? Dr. In the direction of theta, how much do you work? R d theta. In the direction of y, how much do you work? Dy. In the direction of x, how much do you work? Dx. So what will be your dl? dl will be nothing but under root dx square plus dy square. Under root dr square plus r d theta square. Job done. Solve the numericals in a very quick manner without remembering any formula. Understandable? Okay. So in this lecture, we have studied about the volume of revolution, right? A solid is revolved around the axis. So how you get the volume? Along with that, we saw the concept of mass here. Only one question was given. So we saw the concept of mass here, and then we studied about the length of a curve from a particular limit to the other particular limit. Is that understandable to you? So yeah, this lecture let's complete. After that, we need to solve problems and some minor concepts are left. So some minor concept also we will see, and along with that we will solve the problems as well. Like this question we need to solve. So sir, here it is not given if it is a limit of x or y. So how do we understand? So all these concepts we are going to see in the next lecture. Okay, so let's end this lecture here. After that we will solve this question. We just need to solve the question. This question we are going to solve. This question we are going to solve. So we just need to solve the problems. Okay, and more questions we are going to solve. And how we will interchange the limit and all these things we will see. So minor concepts are left which we will see in the next lecture. Okay, thank you very much. Happy learning.